I can hang this on my wall.
Hello, everybody. There is all kinds of fun stuff going on around the table here while we're getting geared up. I apologize for being a little bit late. We were having a little bit of technical snafu. It is all good now.
Oh, bad. Sorry. My bad.
And we're going to hear ourselves on a little bit of a delay for a second. As always, I am Keith. I am your DM here, welcoming you to the Casual Cactus channel and back to the continuing adventures of the Glassbreakers Guild. We do have everyone with us this evening. Yay! So we will continue right along very shortly. I just first want to say thank you for being here and thank you for letting us be your entertainment this evening. Couple quick reminders. As always, we do have our YouTube channel. You can do a search for Casual Cactus, Casual with a C, Cactus with a K, or you can follow the handy dandy link that I'm putting into the chat as we speak. You will find all of our back episodes of this campaign, as well as one-shots we do when we're not running this, and some extra content that we do, most notably our Cover Your Assets episodes, which is where we create custom content for D&D 5th edition. We also have our Discord server that you can check in with, good for news and notes on this channel, as well as Griff's channel, Curiate's creative streams, and Danny's creative streams, where they do fun, creative stuff. And you know what, Danny? You've been doing a whole lot of creative stuff this week that you should have been streaming.
I was keeping track of the people in front of me, besides which it would spoil the surprise for some of the people I'm making said creative things for. Shut it!
Good. Good. Never mind. I will retract and revise my statements later.
Too late.
Meanwhile,
What'd you get?
Meanwhile, we are... So the Discord server is a good place to keep tabs on what's going on here with us and to interact with us a little bit more. We do also have our in-character section of the Discord server. We call it the Hags Master. Bring in any of your role-playing characters, any system, doesn't really matter. Bring them in, have a good time, play make-believe, because there's not enough of that in the world. Okay, so I think that brings all of the announcements up to date. This is the point of the night where we typically will do a recap from the player's point of view. I will ask Lance to do it. Oh wait, never mind. He wasn't here. That's okay. I will ask one of the other players who was here to do a recap for us. Who would like to volunteer or be voluntold?
I probably could.
Okay. Go right ahead there, my friend.
So we pretty well began and ended in the same place.
What did we accomplish?
Not much.
Almost
Not
killing me.
much.
So,
But
we began in the control room for the 5th level of the Tomb of Annihilation. Or, I assume, the only control room. There could be more since we haven't done all the back alley stuff. But we began there. Trying to figure out how to manipulate the machine. Gideon wasn't there, so his high roll of doing the smart thing didn't actually ever happen.
Nope.
okay.
So we started pushing buttons. We pushed a button and left Elias out in the cold. He was left outside the room with Sploof's familiar, Hemorrhoid, to go figure out what happened as we pushed buttons. We pushed a button that closed the door, locking us in.
It was a stone door, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a really...
It was an iron door.
Iron
Yes.
door, yeah.
Yeah.
We stuffed some of Clara's clothes into the pipes that were leaking egregious fluid.
One of the buttons
Yes.
did
And then,
set the pipes off.
right, but we had it stuffed with clothes.
Yes,
Yes.
so they
The
did.
lever, right?
Yeah.
We discovered
Let me check.
things
You can
to
show you.
write how
Let me check.
the rest
I
of
have it
the-
all written down.
how the rest of it worked. Elias ended up fighting several shambling mounds for an indeterminate period of time,
Yep.
but was literally saved by the bell when
That's
there was
right.
a hard reset in the dungeon. somebody pulled the switch and held the power button down on the computer for like 6 seconds. The whole thing shuts down and restarts. With that, we were able to exit the room. Elias was no longer fighting the shambling mounds.
And then had to refight the shambling mounds.
And then we fought the shambling mounds again.
Which sucks because they respawned at full health.
Yep.
Leaving me at 20 health.
No.
And then we made our way down to camp on the 4th floor next to our gargoyle friends. And that's basically where we ended. We didn't get a whole lot of content done.
We end in the tower. We
Yeah, we're in
figured
the tower. We're in
figured
the tower
out
sleeping.
what all the dials
And the lever
did
Yes.
and everything. So we do at least know what.
Yeah, that was like the only.
That was pretty much the only thing we accomplished.
Because we did make our way onto the 3rd disc, the 3rd rotating cog.
Yes.
But we didn't figure out what was there. There was a woolly mammoth statue. There
was a
room
orc
with-
versus hobgoblin cupboard.
Yeah.
A grinning
4
night
cupboards,
hag
6
with
cupboards.
child cupboard. An ornate clock cupboard. A twisted humor? Human with chains cabinet. And a ghoul's gnawing on bones cabinet.
But we didn't figure out what the deal with those was.
I wasn't going to stay there any longer.
No.
I almost died.
We escaped with our lives and camped in the tower.
Yes.
Which is where we find you this evening. What do you guys? I will leave it up to you. How would you like to proceed?
Did we just set up the tower? Like,
No, we had a long rest.
or we,
Well,
have we had the
No.
long rest?
because
Where
we didn't set up watches or anything.
We didn't set up
so-
watches.
Yeah.
So-
So when last we left you guys, the tower was going up. The understanding was there was a rest of
I'm
some
back down
kind
at
coming.
20 health.
But
Yes.
nothing beyond that was really discussed because we've reached the
Critical mass.
stopping point.
okay.
I can take first watch.
I'll take first.
I call second. Second.
Second.
Okay.
Third it is.
I can take 3rd watch.
Most excellent.
You going to sleep?
He's just gonna sleep the whole night.
The one who's lost 0 hit points and used 0 spells.
Yep.
Something happens, I'm coming to you first.
Okay. All right. So first watch, then, if you will.
What's your perception?
It is
Probably better than mine.
She is
plus 4.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
take
Take advantage.
advantage.
Okay.
I was about to say inspiration. That's not right.
It amounts to the same thing.
Yeah.
15.
15.
Yep.
Okay. There's not a lot that you notice through the course of your watch. It is very quiet on this side of the mirror,
Okay.
as you've come to think of it. There are some machinery sounds that are familiar to you, thank you, from the main side of the dungeon, but by and large, it's actually quieter almost than a tomb here, because you're on the empty side. There's not a lot. There's no rats. There's no creatures. There's no living things. There's no dead things. By
It's
and
really
large,
unsettling.
it
much
is.
worse.
It is almost worse in a lot of ways
Uh-huh.
than being in the actual tomb.
If it's too quiet, I can play my bagpipes.
You know, I have instruments too.
Or
But-
we could, not.
But as far as seeing anything on your watch, there's nothing to see.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Um,
Good to know.
Nyx, you are a little sad that your gargoyle friends are not actual like living gargoyles. They're just statues, or just facsimiles of the monsters that you had kind of talked to a little bit. Although that one does have what looks to be a stone version of a piece of cloth in its hand.
And that makes
It makes me a little bit happier.
So I don't know if you guys wanted to have any sort of conversation, interaction, or anything like that. If so, feel free. If not, we will move right along.
Not that I can think of.
I can't think of anything.
Nyx is kind of preoccupied with the gargoyle thing.
Okay. I'll probably just, yeah.
Sorry.
I'll probably be like humming to myself because it's so quiet. Makes the poor vibe.
Okay.
Mana.
All right. Second watch.
Alright, I got a +5.
Well, let's roll because we have the same percent.
Okay.
So just roll separately. All right.
13.
9.
That and 1,000 so far.
So, Elias,
Mm-hmm.
you sit down and have a long conversation with the
Oh,
Starfallen.
Okay.
And you're almost certain that at least half of what he, she, it, whatever tells you is completely made up on the spot.
Okay.
And mainly because you're almost certain that this entity has started to lose its mind just a little bit.
Okay.
Damn stories.
It mentions things that you know to be true about certain old
Tails.
tales that you've done research on, and you kind of you can back up what it says to you, what it tells you, and some of it was just conjecture. You were leaning that direction, but you didn't really have proof, and the Starfallen seems to be offering confirmation of that a little bit. And then it spins this wild yarn about devils and angels doing battle for the souls of all sentient beings on the plane, and choosing champions to duke it out on the material plane.
Okay.
And you've never heard that story anywhere at all.
Yeah.
And you're pretty sure it's just making it up on the spot.
All right.
Foreshadowing for Keith's campaign.
So, Elias, how's the goat thing coming along?
What goat thing?
You look a little different.
What do you mean? You assholes haven't told me anything, so.
He's right.
You,
Not like there's an abundance of mirrors here.
you don't
There is one, but we don't want to look into that one.
You don't quite look yourself.
I don't?
No.
No.
So, I don't know, you feeling okay?
I'm fine. Do I feel fine?
Aluminum
Feel
cans.
fine.
You don't feel bad. Sorry.
Where did Elias's accent go?
It's coming.
He's
I
got
forgot. I haven't said any Eshes yet.
Does the goat
So-
thing make it go away?
He loses.
Evens or odds?
Odds.
Yes.
But you develop a terrible.
But yeah, it is replaced by the goat,
Yeah, okay.
the goat-like.
I can go with that. That's a lot better.
Bleat at the end of every sentence.
Yes.
He's screaming, going.
It could be worse. He could be a fainting goat.
I hope not.
I'll do that to you.
Alright.
Worst form of lycanthropy.
Well, maybe it's just displays down here. You seem a little bit different looking, so
Okay.
just if you feel funny anyway, just let us know. And
Feel alright.
okay.
We do need to take care of a sploof eventually.
Oh yes, the mask thing.
Yes.
Ooh, right.
Yes.
It's been a couple of days since that appeared, and we completely forgot about it. So,
If we put the mask on Sploof while he's asleep, does that affect him?
I don't know. I don't know how tuning works. As I've been told, because apparently I got unattuned to them, and someone else attuned, so I couldn't say whether or not.
Are either of you proficient in Arcana?
Am I proficient in Arcana? No.
Neither of you have any idea.
Just when I was wondering, like, do you have to be awake to attune to it, or can you just...
I assume you have to study it, spending a short amount of time learning of it.
So, wait, so to flesh my memory, we want Sploof to be evil again? Or eviler?
Well, I think it's more of balancing. It's more of balancing him back out. Apparently,
Incorporated.
the masks do something. I haven't had any effects, but
I've been completely unaffected.
I've been completely unaffected.
No, really, I can stop anytime I
I haven't even started.
Okay.
Alright.
So, I think at some point I still want to study more on the star map.
Yeah.
But I can't do much without the missing piece.
Now, question: have you even had it identified?
Didn't we do that?
Officially? I don't think so.
You might want to have someone do that tomorrow.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's our conversation.
Alright. Third watch.
And now I go to bed.
Sploof, do you want to roll separate, or do you want me to roll?
Sure we can, but actually you should take advantage. Because I'm dead.
Why is that too cocked?
Yeah, that's cocked.
Yeah.
Cocked.
18.
18.
Way the heck better than I'd have done.
Okay.
That was with a 9.
So you've heard the reports from the prior two watches. Very, very quiet. Too quiet, even for a tomb. You would expect some sort of small animal life to be present. You know, rats, snakes, the kinds of things that burrow in places that are closed off and don't have a lot of activity in them. And you're not getting any of that. There are the sounds of the mechanical machinery below where you guys were before. And it sort of ebbs and flows and comes and goes depending on, you know, the time that you're listening for it. But beyond that, it is quiet. It is oppressive, and you're not the most upbeat person anyway, but it's really starting to weigh on you. Sploof?
Yes.
It's amazing. It's wonderful. All of this silence and solitude, you can really start to think about things.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
There's nothing
I was
in
just
my mind
just
again.
sitting at the top of the tower with my little feet swinging, just enjoying it.
Sploof.
Yes.
And we don't have to do this on camera necessarily, but would you tell me about Pyre? Since he seems to be playing into the plans of perhaps our enemy, or perhaps not, I don't know.
Pyre was my best minion friend.
Oh.
Brother.
All make-believe words.
He's really the closest that I have. Nobody else in wizard school really particularly wanted to hang out with all this awesomeness. It's just, I'm very different from the other people in the school, of course, and I was different from my family, and they didn't particularly care for that, so I left, expecting that I would get a warmer reception with people that thought a little bit more like me. turns out there aren't many people who think a little more like me.
See, that is difficult.
Pyre seemed to, though. And I won't say he enjoyed my presence, but he tolerated it much better than most people did.
I see.
And
Does it seem odd to you that he would be working with this army of undead? Or is that sort of in his wheelhouse?
yes. He's a man of, how do you say?
He works in mysterious ways.
He has his motives. I don't completely understand his motives. His motives generally line up with what ours have been traditionally, to my knowledge. And I have no real reason to think that he would betray us.
Except.
I mean, there is that whole undead thing, and I think trying to become a lich thing, and generally that's a line that I wouldn't cross.
Yet.
I see.
I feel like you lose too much of your mind, and you need your mind to be able to do the things that are required of a leader. And even if you're going to lead a herd of minions, you still have to be able to understand being a leader. So I'm not completely sure.
I trust your instinct. What do you think? What is your gut instinct?
Right now, I definitely instinctually believe that he's our friend.
Right, we were supposed to work with the masks, correct? Did you want to do that tonight?
That's a thing that should happen. We can. I had forgotten that there was anything odd. Is there anything odd? I don't know. It seems lovely.
If you would like to return to it, we can begin tonight, perhaps.
Very well.
I guess I'll go and get. So I have to get the other mask and balance it out.
Right. So you need the black mask.
Hello, Anais.
Hello, Sloof. What can I do for you?
May I borrow your black mask, please?
Are you going? Are you gonna kill yourself? Because I don't know what these things
I
do.
hope not. That's certainly not my intention.
Alright.
Just balancing the force, because apparently I'm out of balance.
Oh. And no looking at me. And I turn over and go back to sleep.
Okay, so I'll attune to the mask,
Okay.
and seeing as I have to be looking, I suppose, at people, do I have to do it as many times as I did the other one?
Maybe.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at everybody.
While they're sleeping.
Who's the darkest?
Who you starting with?
Well, I mean, Clara's right next to you.
Clara's upstairs. On
Smart.
watch.
Yeah.
Well, Clara will be.
So, remind me, because it's been a while. What exactly does the black mask show?
Something
It
that would be worth
shows you the
blackmail.
deepest, darkest secrets
Yep.
of whoever it is you're looking at.
Just get one
Something worthy of blackmail.
Yep.
Even the squeakiest clean people have skeletons in their closet.
So
I keep them for armor making.
exactly. So I'm gonna start with Bright.
Okay. This is the part where you are sort of reminded that Bright once left her sister behind to be pulled down by the undead.
This is not such a grand revelation. We were under attack. I think no less of her. It works.
Now,
Man, it's gonna-
now
I mean,
remember, she left her sister behind, but saved someone else.
Saved Giggles.
Yeah, saved Giggles.
Yep.
But Giggles was closer, right?
No, it was a choice.
It was a 6-1, half dozen the other.
Yeah.
I mean, you saved one person. You had to let one go.
Well, and you're still seeing a
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Positive when
I mean,
Yep.
also,
Well, that should be
she
neutral.
follows me around now, so it's fine.
Right. So
It's like she never left.
Yeah, it's like she never
make
left.
a wisdom saving throw.
That's that whole train problem, right? Let's see, wisdom. I am not wise.
Luckily, you rolled high.
So +1, so 13?
No. She wants to roll low, so it
Yeah,
balances.
she wants to
Oh,
fail
is
so
that-
that it
oh.
moves
Yeah.
the
What we
dial.
think.
We don't know how
We
these things
don't
work.
actually know.
Well,
And when she failed all the other ones, it moved the dial one way.
Yes.
So it should
So if you
tip
fail,
the
it
scale
should.
back.
Yeah.
So that is one failure. So you're starting to see the world colored a little less brightly than before, but you are still definitely on the positive side of things.
Realistically, I'm spoof, so I'm already kind of like that, but okay. Yeah, you.
Am I doing this?
Yep.
Okay. So you see Gideon talking to a green flame. There are these, you can barely see in the flame. It's in this giant brazier, and it's like the architecture around the room is dark, but it's fairly reminiscent of where we are. And the flame offers Gideon power. And that's all it offers, and Gideon accepts. And you see this quick montage of sort of the lines Gideon's willing to cross to get power. And you see him turning on the party,
Oh.
and you see him enslaving all the people from his kingdom.
Oh. Oh.
And he basically rules as a tyrant.
Oh, bad leadership skills.
We're just a group of really bad leaders.
I don't like bad leadership skills. That's a bad one. I failed that.
Back to the positive.
Nope, that's gonna move you back to where you were when you started. Seeing Gideon sort of laid bare for you there is,
Later there.
is the reality shot. So it's
Yeah,
the
we'll do
reality check that
That
sort
would
of
do
brings
it.
you back to your senses, and you realize, oh wait, hang on, what was I doing? Why was I looking on the positive side of things?
So do I feel like I am back to center?
Yes,
Okay.
you are back to yourself.
Are you going to stop?
He told me not to, so I want to.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna look at Elias.
All right.
Hello.
Corner of my eye.
Okay. You see Elias walking through a tomb. On his way out, he turns around, and you see Charles is in the middle of this tomb-like area, sleeping. Elias takes his maul, whacks the corner of one of the support beams, and collapses the entire tunnel. And then it shifts, and you see Elias standing on top of the tallest tower in Waterdeep, about to jump off.
But this was also not a surprise because I
You knew the second part, yes.
Yeah, I knew the second part. The first part, none of us like Charles, so you know. I'm not torn up about it, but you know, torn up on your behalf. Okay.
Dick move, but we get it.
Yeah, but he wasn't a dick back then.
And now I'll make the wisdom saving throw.
That's a fail.
So that's gonna be a 12, yeah.
Okay. You're able to hang on to yourself.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Things get too weird. Just gonna
I think about giving it back to Elias, but after having seen the second part and being reminded of that, I'm just like,
You sure you don't want to see mine?
it would be metagaming if I decided that I should. Yes, I feel like I definitely should, but that is definitely metagaming.
Okay. All right. So that is the remainder of the watches. That is third watch. So the rest of you rise in the morning
And we are down 20.
down
as a side
another
note.
hit point.
Hit points, glorious hit points back in my life. Please come back to me. I feel refreshed.
Everybody else feels a little grosser, and you feel so much better than the night before.
I feel better too.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing?
All right. What's the next plan?
I think the first plan is we make breakfast because
I love
venturing on an
breakfast.
empty stomach is not.
That would be too bad. We haven't had a decent meal in a while.
I don't know
I
that
can
we're ever
cook.
gonna have a decent meal again.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
This stuff gets old.
Take him out of the space.
All right. So breakfast. Who's cooking breakfast? Okay, Clara.
I'll help.
Thanks, bro.
All right. So survival check.
Right?
And if Bright's,
yeah.
if Bright's helping, you have
You
advantage.
can have advantage. Yeah, that's fine.
I have special spices that you are.
We know what your special spices are.
Toe jam.
19.
Okay. So you're able to make it actually quite palatable.
Crocodile meat. Again.
Shouldn't that be bad at this point?
We salted it.
We preserved it.
Yes.
We were
Very
smart.
salty crocodile meat.
Yes.
But
It's like salted pork, but worse.
But don't worry, we have water from the
jug.
The jug.
Yeah.
Wherever that went.
Just use it for mayonnaise.
Yep.
Would you like to dip
Mayonnaise
your
everything.
crocodile in mayo?
I mean,
And
At this
tomorrow can be
point.
barbecue sauce. I'm just saying, variety is the spice of life.
I don't think it does. I don't think it does.
No, it only does
No,
a certain
it
set of
doesn't.
things.
Yeah.
It only does.
it does do vinegar.
But mayonnaise?
Oh,
maybe?
yeah,
let's
we
do
can do
vinegar.
it
Oh,
with
let's do
vinegar.
vinegar.
Yeah,
Vinegar might be
vinegar,
good.
Yeah.
You can also get beer.
The problem is.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, no.
The problem is once you choose something, it doesn't reset until the next day.
Well, no, it
Yeah.
has 2 charges.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say one thing,
You
pour
can
it all
afford
out,
to be
and then do
decisive
another one.
once.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So what's the plan, guys? After breakfast.
All right.
Check out this one.
So, oh yeah, the corner of the 4th floor.
Okay,
I'm going to
this
do the
way.
wall thing again.
Okay. So which direction are you guys headed?
Well, we've already
literally
checked
right
out that
there.
way, right?
Alright.
So
See,
yeah,
we've already checked
yes.
out the west.
Here,
Yeah.
here's
so,
the map.
So yeah, we'll go east.
Alright, so
Yeah,
going
it's right
east.
there. That's the only place we haven't looked that is accessible.
That we're aware of.
That's the last place that we know that's accessible to
Okay.
us.
So you're going down the hallway, and Clara, I will take a perception check. Yeah, since all you're doing is running your hand along the wall, I will take a perception check from you, please.
Math is hard. 15 plus 9 is 24.
24?
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Keith must do his
Okay.
figuring out.
All right. So on the north wall, as you come down the hall, there is a 6-foot tall green devil face carved into the far end of the hallway. Its mouth is agape. There are painted murals on the walls showing faceless humanoid figures doubled over in pain, clutching at their heads and ears. As you're walking down the hall with your hand on the wall, you do feel a slight chink in the wall that indicates that there might be a secret door on the north side.
I found one.
Someone what?
Wait,
One of these.
wasn't there sound coming from this hallway last time we were here? Last time we saw it.
I don't think so.
It was coming from below.
I was worried
Was
that
it
there was
from
gonna
below?
be
I thought
issues.
I haven't written here that there was sound coming from this hallway.
I think it's because Clara told you that she thinks it's because of the murals.
I thought it was because we also heard something as well.
I don't think so. I think we were
Okay.
carrying down the pit.
Okay.
What's that?
Yes, and there was a key.
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, do we want to open this?
Might as well.
Sure.
I'll step back and let. I'll like point to the two edges and be like,
I'll take my crowbar and open the door.
Okay. Give me a strength check, please.
and this is why Clara stepped back.
Yep.
Crowbar. I pull out my warhammer.
Mine's bigger. 22.
22.
Didn't know we were comparing sizes.
It's a dwarf thing.
Was that enough?
Like,
That was enough.
Oh.
ooh. I don't like this half of the room because we can't see the res.
Waves of heat blast out of this cramped cell. The walls are scribed with relief carvings showing volcanoes setting cities ablaze.
What?
Rows of tiny holes are bored into the floor and in the 10-foot-high ceiling. A human skeleton, embedded in the opposite wall, holds an iron sconce with a burning red candle in it.
Well, that doesn't
Did we find the
Nope.
furnace? The incinerator?
The boiler. For
The boiler?
It's the
Boiler room.
This looks like a nope.
Do we just want to close the door?
Yep.
Do we want? Okay.
How
I
much
don't
you
know
want
what else we're
that?
gonna do with that.
That those holes
you cool it
spew
down?
lava.
Can you cool it down?
Don't you have like?
I mean, I can
Cold.
try, but I don't know if it'll be.
Do you know of any tales in Schultz regarding sacrifices to the volcano, or any way that this might tie in, perhaps?
Sploof, are you?
Would I know
Are you
anything?
suggesting that we make a sacrifice to a volcano?
No, just trying
I
to
mean, I'm
understand.
okay with
It
it.
seems like
What? You want to say something?
No, we need him for the blood sacrifice thing.
it seems like
No offense, Elias.
this is
Who
probably a
needs
trap
sacrifices?
to solve, although I'm not
Oh, wait.
convinced
It's a
100%.
trap.
Well, yes, but a puzzle, like something that you are to get past for something.
Or
Do I know what this
perhaps
is?
when we screw up down the hallway.
Make a history
Also
check
possibilities.
or
Built it into
We
what
should try
purpose?
and
I guess,
understand
yeah.
how this works.
stories about or volcanoes or or
Is there?
Go ahead,
Is it-
and roll me, go ahead and roll me your
If there is, that
history
makes my
check.
opinion lower
Okay.
very much about this
Um,
place again.
Elias, give
Uh-huh.
me a give me a history check as well related to your archaeology.
okay, 19 was my
19?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there are several stories that have to do with volcanoes that suddenly roared to life on the continent. Nothing that seems like it's connected to the tomb in any way.
Okay.
As a side note, does this have to do with anything of fiends, undead, or anything of the such?
No.
Okay. 21.
21? Okay. It's fairly obvious that it's a trap of some kind.
Right.
If you had to guess, you'd say that, was it Sploof or one of you mentioned something about lava. You're pretty sure that it's probably correct.
I assume this is a lava trap.
Does it?
That's what I said.
Will you take a look with me? Do you see any mechanisms that would force this door to open, or mechanically open this door?
Sure, I can take a look. Investigation, I assume?
Yes.
'Cause if that's the case, I want to stop that from happening. It's gonna be bad.
12. No, 11.
Also 11.
It does look like the door moves.
Right.
It's hard to tell if it's self-actuated or anything like that.
Anyone got a copper piece?
I would have one
Yeah, we
in my
have
spell
several.
pouch.
Take one and
I do not.
plop one down the holes. Do I hear a sizzle sploof of lava?
Yes.
Okay.
Potentially we could use these copper pieces to jam the doors shut to buy us time when we inevitably set off whatever trap this might be.
Possibly.
Why do we
on
want
the other
to
hand,
set
I have a
off?
terrible idea.
What's
I leave the
terrible?
room.
I was to say, everybody move further down the hallway.
Okay.
What are you doing, Gideon?
I have a terrible idea. Everybody go move
Did you
move
go
down,
for
move
Tell
this?
out
us
of the
what
way.
you're doing.
Move out of the way. It's a terrible idea. I
Hold
wait
on.
to see if everybody moves.
Wait.
Did you roll for this idea?
No.
Okay,
Hold on.
I'll
Supposed
move.
to?
Aren't you
All
supposed
right.
to?
So what you doing?
So there's a red candle in the thing, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna send Mage Hand out and just try and put out the candle.
Bless.
Okay.
Heal D plus D4
we're
on
dead.
saving throws.
So I said everybody move down.
Such a bad idea.
Yep.
I mean,
Okay.
he said outright it was going to be a bad
That's
one.
gonna be a bad idea.
As you send your mage hand out, so are you inside the room or outside?
No, I'm still in the hallway.
Still in the hallway. As you send your mage hand out, it gets to the doorway, and the spell fails.
Ah, smart.
Hmm.
Why didn't he do this to the whole place?
Well,
How bad do you want to know?
Okay.
And there's holes in the floor.
Floor and ceiling.
Do you enjoy life?
not particularly.
Could
Close the
Emily
door.
do something?
I was just
Can
saying.
you
Close the
just-
I don't know.
Could I investigate to see what kind of a trap this is?
Lava trap.
It's a lava trap.
Well, yes, the mechanics involved. Is it
What triggers it?
mechanical? What triggers it? Is it a magic thing? What's going
Okay.
on?
Yeah. Make your investigation check.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to. Well, is Sploof in the room or near the room?
make that
Sploof,
check.
where are you?
Where are you investigating?
Where are you
from?
investigating from? Are you inside the room? Outside the room?
At that point, I would have walked probably back in.
Okay, I'm gonna wait till Sploof is done.
Yes, thank you. So that would be a 19.
That'll be a 19. Okay.
Put the Kindle back.
So you don't see any like obvious switches or pressure plates or anything like that. So you're assuming if there is a trap, as Elias seems to indicate, it must be a magical trap of some kind.
I relay this.
Shall I dispel magic and see?
No.
Perhaps it's
detect
the magic
magic?
that holds back something that is natural,
Can you detect magic?
ritually. So you don't get
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, ritual detect magic.
Where are you trying to cast that?
Can it be as general as in the room?
Well,
Yes.
No, where are you when you are trying to cast that?
Oh. Oh. I would be in the doorway.
No, in the doorway? Okay.
Well, like inside the doorway in
Oh,
the
in the
room
room?
because I was investigating
Okay,
for.
so
yeah.
as you settle yourself to attempt to conduct the ritual to cast the
Oh,
spell,
this is gonna suck.
you realize that the magical aura that you are so used to manipulating to cast your spells does not exist in this
Oh.
room.
Well, that's not as bad as what I thought was gonna happen. Okay.
So,
Huh.
no magic happening.
Does anybody got a long stick?
Interesting. So that's how
I have
that
a rope
works.
and a bow.
If I were to gander a guess on how this, if I were to gander a guess on how this trap works, anytime the flame goes out,
Oh, I have a rope.
the trap activates. I would assume, because the only way to get trapped in there and turn off the candle is to go inside the room, and because no magic can happen in the room, that means no poofing the candle fire
Not magically.
magically. Which
Anybody
means
have a
magically
large
only
fan?
outside.
We do have a jug of water.
I
That's
have.
magic.
Let's
You
see.
could fill it though, and then
I
I'm
have.
gonna fill up some water and try and throw some water into the room and put out the candle from outside the room.
From outside the room? Okay.
From not in the room where the lava comes in.
I'm going to exit the room.
Okay.
Good idea.
All right. So that's 10 feet. You're trying to throw water 10 feet.
But I can get a lot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll say that the candle goes out. How far did you move out of the way, Sploof?
I mean, I'd have left the room.
I wouldn't have done this till Sploof was like at least 10 feet down the hallway.
Okay.
Like I want to be the only person there.
Okay.
I recognize the crazy look in his eyes.
Okay.
I don't want none of that.
Which is to say the look in his eyes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. The candle goes out, doused by the water. Sploof, you get the sense that magic has returned to that space. And you also feel a little bit of a warping of reality that lasts for just an instant before it sort of springs back to normalcy.
An anti-magic candle.
And still no lava?
Still no lava.
Can I send my mage hand in now?
If you try, yes, you can.
I would like to pick up the candle and bring it to me.
Okay. Easily done.
So the candle doesn't set it off.
Can you light the candle now?
Wait, shouldn't the candle poof?
I mean,
Eventually,
it
but-
will.
Yeah.
I'm just standing right in the doorway. I'm going to try lighting the candle again.
As you go to light it, it's no longer in your hand, it's back in the wall relit.
That's what I
I
thought.
mean, maybe.
And then the anti-magic field is back.
But why would this be here?
Why indeed?
Well, if they don't want any magic in that little room, there's probably a reason.
Do you think there could be another door in the room?
Could be.
Or
That's what I
it's
think.
a...
I'd like
Yeah.
to search for doors.
I mean, why else would you booby
Yeah.
trap a random room
So
filled with
roll me
Do you
an
want us to look
investigation
for
check.
doors?
I think Sploof already is.
So you're
That would be an unnatural 20.
an unnatural 20, so you're stepping into the room and searching for doors?
Yes.
Okay. As you get within a foot of the candle, lava starts to pour in from above and below.
Oh! I tail it out.
Yoink!
Sorry.
Shut the door, shut the door, shut it.
Just bag it up.
Does it just keep coming at that point?
Yeah, it just keeps coming.
Yeah, I'm going to close the doors.
Yeah.
Well,
How about no?
No, thank you.
Oh, we looked through that hallway that's over
So
at the
in
end
the
of
real world, don't do that.
I venture a guess that close by to that camera, there's likely some kind of a trapdoor or something somewhere else that we would probably want to be.
we might be able to use stone shape in the actual world to close off the lava.
Close off the vents, perhaps?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Only after we get the candle unlit.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes. Yes.
It seems we have
Hey,
a pretty
I
good way of
think
doing
I have.
that
I
now.
probably have a fan in my costume clothes.
So what's down this other hallway?
I will keep running my hands along the
Just.
walls.
Ah.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Look at it!
It's everywhere.
Scan!
Ah!
I see all the things.
Copy, print, copy, print.
My phone!
Seriously, what did I do here?
My theory was wrong.
You revealed everything to us,
I don't know, but yeah, we have the whole floor now.
Yeah.
And, they can't
And
help but look
and
at
we
it,
still
I'm
have the
sorry.
whole floor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Give me a second to move you guys here.
I don't want. Let's forget the candle room. Let's forget. It's not. There's probably nothing in there. You know.
It's not
just a premonition. Just a premonition.
Go where I thought it went.
Yeah, that
Seriously,
can't
what
be that
are you
important.
guys
Do you
doing?
have a
Is this like a handout we're looking
handout?
Maybe.
Because I can see behind it you're changing
Yeah.
the screen. It's just this picture. Do you want to just look at what we're seeing?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
We'll come around and look and see what we're seeing.
Oh, technology is wonderful until it stops working.
You're seeing everything. Keith.
All
All the
things
secrets.
On the floor now.
Well, let me see what I can do.
For all the good it does us.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have no idea what to do with the information.
Exactly.
But it's
don't think we're gonna screw with that lava room anyway.
Probably not.
Oh.
Not unless Gideon rolls real poorly on an intelligence check.
Come on. What are you guys seeing?
We'll come around and see what we're seeing.
Stand up and walk 2 feet.
Everything, Keith.
So hard.
Everything.
Can I assist you on
on my
your
checks
intelligence checks?
Yeah, so it's
Peer
you
pressure.
can see behind it
Or
like
peer
what
pressure.
you're showing us. So it's like you're showing us a handout.
Okay, so technology is not my friend
Technology.
tonight. I apologize, guys.
Now, are you peer pressuring me into making good or bad choices?
Bad choices. Clearly.
Because I don't need help
We'll
making
do
bad
this.
choices. I do that a
This is
lot.
Nate we're talking
See if I can restart it and maybe figure out what I did on this side. Bear with us, guys. Technical difficulties.
Honestly, a lot of my poor rolls,
Monopoly was
it doesn't actually change what I do.
I was
It just
just reading
changes
that.
if I tell people and get them out of the way before I
More than
just do it.
100 years ago.
evil Monopoly.
That reminds me of the
I
Mandela
feel like that's
effect.
general Monopoly, though, right?
That reminds me of the Mandela effect.
Which one am I?
Question.
Answer.
Does the Monopoly man wear a monocle?
No.
No.
That's the Pringles guy. No.
It's
But they
Mr.
do
It's
look
Mr.
really
Peanut.
similar.
No, the Mandela effect is
Yes.
that some
Yes.
people. No.
No, I'm saying, yeah,
Oh,
some people do. think so.
Some people
Right, but he does
have
have
vivid
stuff.
memories of the Monopoly man having a monocle, and people believe that the Mandela effect is basically
Yes.
people who have shifted between realities.
Yeah,
You
and
remember
then
you've also got the Berenstein Bears and the Berenstein
Yes,
Bears.
I've seen
All right.
that.
So the
Yeah.
unfortunately it has. I did
Reset
reset
the
the map a little bit for you
That's
guys.
fine.
Oh, all right.
It's fine.
We'll go back through as you explore and
Oh, look, long stairs.
give you guys.
Check out
Where do those
Those are going up, yes.
Yes, so those are going up.
I will lead out, and I'm
We
feeling
tie a rope
the
around her.
walls.
So there is a stone slab that blocks the end of this corridor.
Of course.
Painted on the slab is the image of a gaunt male humanoid wearing a hooded cloak. Its face is a mask of stars that is familiar to you.
We've seen this on the other
Yes.
side.
Yes.
The figure's withered left hand is raised with palm extended.
Did we?
We saw like a star
We
person
saw-
on the other side, yeah.
we saw a stone carving etching.
Yeah, there was
of
a star
guy.
mural right
Oh,
across from
missing
the.
the
Yeah.
pieces. Okay, so
Yes.
are we thinking that these connect then?
Perhaps.
Should we hold up the star fallen?
I'm going to pull out the star map and see if it's glowing.
It is glowing somewhat, but
Not
not
as
as bright, not as brightly as you've seen.
But also we're in the other world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, I
You're gonna
suppose that's
have someone
everything then,
identify
right?
that.
That's
Oh,
we've
yes.
seen literally everything.
Yes.
I think so.
As far as I can tell, that is all that is accessible in this place without, like, delving further in.
Except where we're going to go back over the maze.
I'm just gonna.
I don't
reveal
think we
a few
need
things for you
to.
guys again.
I thought it might be a good idea, but
I mean, we
'cause
could
we're
go
gonna have
back
to do it
there.
at some point. I
Or,
imagine.
no, I understand, but we can always go back there, but we don't know what to do after that.
And we don't know how to get into the maze either.
no.
Well, we didn't really spend a lot of time looking. though, because sudden.
I might.
Touch the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just revealing
Do we
a few
wanna
things
test
for you
it?
guys here.
Did we
You
do
know-
all of the stairway entrances?
Yes.
I think so.
Third floor, fourth floor, and fifth floor. and I
There
have
was-
each
there
of
was
those
one
spots.
of them that I didn't get. I didn't open because there was a freaky. Like it was just a hallway.
So, my
I believe that one was.
is that if we're gonna die, I'd like to die
Most likely.
in.
Sunshine?
What?
No. Actual sunshine, not spider sunshine.
Actually,
I want him to
yes.
eat me. Rather death by sunshine than death by anything else.
Tauntaun
Yeah, my
scene.
brain-
We cut sunshine open and stuff your dead body inside.
Giant sunshine.
Okay.
That got real dark and
So-
gory.
I meant actual sunshine.
I know what you meant. I'd rather die in the real world where we can actually do things instead
Move
of
forward.
the sandbox that we're in right
That is fair. My only
Yes.
observation regarding that would be that if we get closer to death here, we have a more controlled circumstance within to recover. But
Potentially, but we could die here and then it won't matter.
that is also possible, yes.
Yeah, but if
Well,
we
it
die
matter
there,
if
it
we
doesn't matter
die-
either.
It matters less here.
I'm not sure it does.
Does it?
And when you're dead, you're dead.
So just as a side note to let everyone know, as far as I can
Degrees
tell,
of death.
we've explored
matter.
everywhere that is possible. Besides going in further, for example, the maze we haven't gone into. We haven't gone farther down into the 5th level with the cogs.
We also didn't go down the water.
We don't know how
Well,
to
we
go
did go
further.
down the water.
We didn't figure
were
out how to
on the
go
boat.
further on the coast.
Oh, we didn't go. No, well, that's a stupid idea.
Well, yeah. We also could try and figure out what's up with the lava room.
Well, if we got a few minutes.
We have as long as we want
Yes.
until we
But I'm saying
die.
while we're here.
Until the death curse kills us.
Yeah.
Except for
Okay,
you.
so what is everyone?
Right.
Yes,
You can cast Identify, yes.
I can.
Would you identify this map, see what,
Ritually identified.
what it holds? The secrets?
Yes.
Well,
I
I have an important question as you begin to do so.
can.
Are we going to stay here one more 24-hour period, or long enough for another rest?
I mean, we just had one.
We just
Yeah.
had one.
Yeah.
What are your pros and cons? Why do you ask?
Well, I'm asking because if we're going to have one more period here where I can regain my ability to cast certain spells, I might begin a ritual of my own.
What ritual?
It's somewhat personal.
Ah,
Before we go,
Don't do it. You have so much to live for.
I'm not. No,
Clara
I'm not
commits
committing
seppuku.
suicide.
before we go back, we should come up with a plan of what we're going to do once we're there, because there is an army of undead looking for us.
That is true.
So
I mean,
we don't want to
that
dilly-dally.
is
They might have,
cool.
given up at this point.
Wow.
I doubt it.
Alright, so
Supposedly,
They're
there's a-
undead. What
As
else do they
a-
have to do?
Yeah, I don't
as a
want to.
side note, to remind everyone, we don't know what the 3 chests do.
Right,
With
we
the
just
saw
know that I
room.
need to turn
And we don't know what the heron room does. That was the one where you had to use your ability to push the skeletons to open the door.
Ah, yes.
There's
yes.
something with eyeballs.
There was. I think
That was the koala
masks.
room.
The koala
But we
room?
don't know what the
Yeah.
eyeballs.
The Zobo.
Nothing good.
I mean, that could be said of anything.
This entire place.
So it is my personal opinion that what we do when we go back to the other world is we move to the top floor, and we move through these rooms that we figured out as quickly as we possibly can.
And
I agree.
Dune's Child. We are 50-50 on that one.
I am
We know how
very
to get in there,
how
but we don't know what the variable of the Dune Child will bring.
Right.
Yes.
To be fair, there could be creatures in any of these rooms that
That's
are
true.
non-existent.
True. So as far as I can tell, those are everything we have.
So, a question before we decide.
Bagpipes?
I don't know how that would help.
No. I can think of very few circumstances in which you playing your bagpipes will help.
Can you think of any?
Yes.
I motivate. I inspire.
Do you?
You can
Sure.
inspire in your inside voice, and the bagpipe is not an inside voice kind of instrument.
That's for inspiring your inside voice.
All
I
right.
love it.
That means at some point somebody
No,
told
it's
Floof
you.
to use his
Use his
inside
inside
voice. Yes.
All right.
Could have been fire.
Probably.
So,
or inside glue.
to better make this particular choice, we are here to try to remedy the death curse. We've
Yeah,
been
that's why we're
through
here, I
several
forgot.
different things. Do we have any working theories about how these different things that we have come across will help get us to...
The only thing we know is that there are skeletons with weird heads, and we need to collect 4 or 5 of them to unlock a door
Or more.
We have.
Yes.
or more. That's all we know
Right?
about furthering
And we
our
haven't-
way
we haven't
into
Yeah,
the door.
there
I
is a bag of
assume
holding.
that's farther into the 5th floor.
Because I
Sarcophagus could hold something to help us, possibly.
Didn't
we have
Who-
seen a number of those things.
Yes.
Cliff, haven't you said
Wonder
that
and-
they're connected some way to the cubes?
Are we past the cubes?
No, the cubes are outside.
No,
Didn't we come
the
across,
energy.
Keith, didn't we
The-
come across something that like had a similar resonance to what we felt with the cubes.
Wasn't it the magic items? In the
I don't remember.
I remember someone saying something like that.
Don't
The
remember it.
the
If I
cube
said it, I
the
don't
cube
remember
energy
it.
was the same as some of the energies that we found in the
But
some
just
of
a
the magic
little
items.
different.
Yes.
Yeah, little different, but similar.
How about we get one and see what happens?
I mean, we can't get any on this side. So
Correct. I'm just saying, why don't
So we
Why
actually
we-
have to go over and
yes.
We know that this place exists, so if we do want to
And if
recover-
we don't get them, we're back to square one.
Is your personal task that you would like to accomplish, would that be beneficial?
Not to the party, perhaps. But to my mental health, yes.
Having your mental health be not quite so...
Everyone could use a mental health day.
Yeah, can we all just take a mental health day?
As though if you would be more effective, if you could have this, then I feel as though it would serve us to give it to her.
I'm also not positive it will work in this place. So if we are going to be here an extra time period that we could sleep, that is fine. If we are not, then we should be moving on.
Should we? All right. Here, Sploof. What do you think we should do? What's everyone's opinion? Sploof.
I have two options. One, we go to the closest of the places we think that we kind of sort of understand how to get to, and then come back here and try and make sure that you preserve as many of your spells as you can so you can execute the spell anyway. Or we go ahead and execute the spell.
Or, that is an option too, that perhaps we have not considered, that we use this as a working base of operations.
True.
We
Yeah.
move out, we try to understand the other side of the tomb better, and then we come back here to rest.
That's
Yeah. Meyer, what do you think?
not a bad idea.
That is an
What do
option.
you think?
I like that idea. Go out there, do what we can, and then if we need to rest, we can come back here where we
I think we're safe.
mostly safe. Yes.
And we can, which was interesting because we can use some of the traps against them.
Okay. Well, I will cast Identify on your star map.
What do you think, Nix?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that if it's important enough that you want to do it when we're all dying, then it's
Oh.
probably important. So,
Bear in mind that I myself am not affected by this curse.
good point. But you like us all enough to know that we're dying and
I
care.
do.
So,
I do. However, ending this curse as quickly as possible is to the benefit of everyone as well.
Yes.
I will submit to whatever we're doing. If we are staying here, then I would cast my spell. If not, then I will not.
well, why don't you just do it and then we'll just not rely on you having
That is
spells.
my strongest spell.
right.
I think it would be worth whatever we're doing. If we're going to have something else to do here, let's do it. If not, then let's go back. That is my opinion.
Gideon, what do you think?
Both options that I have put forward, I am comfortable
I'm
with.
I'm happy with any of the options put forward, but I think that once we leave and start opening sarcophagi, this becomes a sprint, not a marathon. I think that
Yes.
once we start, we have to go as fast as we can, using as little resources as we can. I don't think we're gonna have time to go do one, do another, come back and rest, and then keep doing it. I think we're just gonna have to race through them as fast as we can and hope that it helps.
Okay.
So if we want to take a day to just prepare for that and get ready
One last-
beforehand, that might not be a
One last
bad
day
idea.
of rest before we.
Rest and research into the areas we're still unclear about, I suppose.
I mean, there's not much places left, but.
Yeah. I mean, we could try to figure out how to get into the last cog.
Yeah.
Past the last cog, rather. But
The
we
I
all
don't know,
know
it felt. You guys probably told me. You guys said that there was a telepathic link thing, right?
Yes, one of
Oh,
the buttons.
yeah,
probably
in the
is.
right. Yes.
That's probably how to. If I were to gander a guess, that's probably how you lift opening up that portcullis to the third.
Possibly, yeah.
Maybe. Just a thought though, when we were doing the controls here, possibly when we get to the other dimension, controls might be a little bit different.
True.
That is
We can
possible,
always
yeah.
identify
So-
as well again. I don't know. It's just
Bright, what are your thoughts?
I
Get in, roll the dice.
the dice.
Random choice generator.
Random choice generator. I mean, I support. I think we should continue on whatever path. I mean,
Bright's distracted while she's casting.
yes.
She's identifying.
I'm like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do this
It's
thing,
fine, it's
and there's
fine.
like this star over here. It's really pretty. It's
crystals.
shiny.
Yeah, pink
this
crystals.
is really shiny, you guys.
Well, with that being said, then should we head back?
To the real.
If we can, I'd like to try something with those chests.
All right.
Do you want us to
We will
make
need.
any inside?
I don't think I can't get everyone across here though. Is the problem?
Well, we only need to get one person across, so if we take a short rest and I can get my boots back.
Ah, no, we could say we did that during
Okay.
a long rest.
Yeah. Clara was using them.
Although we will need them, I will need them to stone shape safely, but
All right.
Okay.
So what's the plan? Where are we going?
I think we're gonna go check out the 3 chests.
Okay.
Saw blade room.
Identify?
Yes.
All the identified.
Yes.
Also, anything else that we might want to identify now would be the time.
Yeah.
Because we can get all the
I
properties of it.
I
have.
don't have anything else.
Yeah.
We
Anyway.
do the chests.
Okay.
The cabinets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we would have to do the mechanism again. We would also have to fight 3 shambling mounds and try not to get poisoned at the same time.
But we know about all those things, which is helpful from the
Yes.
get-go.
It's Wednesday.
That too.
actually today is Monday.
It is Monday.
Every day is a Monday. You're in the Tomb of Annihilation.
You wake up every
Yes.
day and you don't want to be there.
It's the worst part of the tomb. Every day's a Monday.
Every day's a Monday. Because it no sunlight.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna walk
I'll
onto
just-
the wall to not set off the fan,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go up over into the room with the
Do-
chest.
Okay. So I will tell Meyer what I found out about the star map after identifying it. So the map, when complete, it opens a conduit to the 9 hells.
Oh goodness.
And
Wait, please. So don't complete it.
Wait.
Holy cow.
no, wait. Okay.
It gets better, right?
There's more. Opens a conduit to the 9 hells and Elysium, as well as potentially to a 3rd plane not connected to the material plane. This conduit could serve as a passage for beings to travel between those 3 planes and the material plane.
That escalated
Elysium?
really quickly.
Oh man.
So this is like
What's the
pretty. This feels like it might be pretty
it's the
dangerous.
neutral good plane.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like
like
this is not
central
currently a
to
good hand.
Most of the planes, right? So it's connected to most planes. So it's
So the
lots of
train
comments.
station
No,
of
no,
the
no,
planes.
that's the Outlands. Yeah, that's Sigil. Elysium's
Sigil, that's
the
right.
neutral good plane.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's the big city.
Big city in the sky. Like the
And you
Okay.
have this
Do you want
how?
this? Yeah.
I stole it from Yukani. Yeah.
Honey.
Kuhani.
How did Kuhani get it? This is Braden asking. How did Kuhani get it?
How did Honey get most of the things that she
Yeah.
had in her pocket?
Probably.
All right.
No, my
Gideon.
crystal was passed down to me.
So Gideon,
Yep.
you're in the room.
Now, if I remember right, there's a key inside each chest,
Yes.
and it's on the inside. It's like going into the lid.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna summon my mage hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my mage hand around the key.
Okay.
I'm gonna close the chest,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna have my mage hand turn the key. You do not have to be able to see and to make your mage hand work. I checked.
Specifically
That,
for
yes, I
this.
specifically checked so to see if this would work.
Oh.
I just have to be within 30 feet.
All right. Any?
I'm glad I did not ask Oscar about the map.
Just remember, we're fighting evil. we, we're not trying to be evil, we're fighting
Okay.
it.
I was going to ask because I thought
So
maybe
you
know something.
you hear it? Which
Yeah,
which
last
one
did.
are you? trying first?
What are the 3?
It's
Correct.
black onyx, rusty iron, and cast silver frost.
Cast silver glistening with frost.
The black onyx one.
Okay. So the lid closes. You use your mage hand to turn. And you hear a click.
So it does turn. Because wasn't that the issue? Is it didn't turn?
Yeah, you have to, yeah.
They only
So
turn
you,
from
so you hear the
inside.
click.
Something has to be inside.
Anything happen?
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna rinse and repeat for the next one.
Okay.
Okay.
So for the iron chest, you close it, you turn it, you hear the click,
Wait for bad things to happen.
nothing happens.
Gideon, are you dead yet?
No! I have one more chest to go!
Oh, so you're about to die.
Right. And I'm gonna move right over by the way back, and I'm gonna be standing on the wall, like, prepped and ready to sprint out of there,
Okay.
and I'll do the last one.
Alright. Mage hand grabs the key, closes the lid, turns it, click, and nothing happens.
How far down is the sarcophagi?
It is 20 feet deep.
I'll send my mage hand down there and try and move the lid.
It doesn't move.
Huh.
How much do you want to bet there has to be humans in there?
We're moving things at the very least.
Can I open the chests?
No. They are now locked.
Okay.
Huh.
And then as you watch, they all reset and reopen.
So potentially at the same time.
Or a combination.
Switch the keys around.
Where are the
Make me a
clues?
perception check.
Or
Don't we
it
have
doesn't
3 mage
work on
hands
this side.
between?
Yeah, yeah.
I think we have 4.
Unnatural
total.
20.
Natural 20? Okay. As you're looking at the underside of the lids, right next to right next to the key on each of them, there's a small indentation that looks like it's a cover of some kind.
Can
So
I
something comes out when you turn the keys on the side.
can I move? Like, can I?
No,
No?
they are and in the state that they're in. They are locked.
And are these big enough that like I could fit inside them?
Yes.
Oh.
Which 3 of us want to die?
Well, no, it's probably one of them has what we need.
So I'm gonna call back to everybody. Alright, so I used Mage Hand to turn the keys on the inside, and they turned and clicked,
And?
but nothing happened. And I think you have to be inside to get something out of them. I think when you
Do not-
turn the key...
Do not climb in any chest. There are 0 chests you should be inside of.
You can always
I
you can always use
Wait.
hemorrhoid.
It's a box.
Oh, yeah. Can...
No.
I'm gonna come back and ask for hemorrhoid. So I'm gonna like pick up. As far as I know, hemorrhoid, nothing bad will happen.
Give me a
He
deception.
laughs in your
Wait, do you truly believe that?
Yes, I truly believe. As far as I know, nothing bad happens inside the boxes.
Okay.
And I'm
The
gonna
rat is laughing.
we're gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna put hemorrhoid in the box and be like, okay, hemorrhoid. You know, when I close this, I'm gonna turn it,
Which
and
box?
over here there should be something that comes out. And I need you to
So
look and
here's
see
a
what it
very
is.
Important question: does hemorrhoid have dark vision?
He does.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. So which one?
Onyx.
Onyx. Okay.
Wait,
Red.
are you watching through his eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, I would watch through his eyes, so I
Okay.
would.
As he gets spiked.
All right. So closing
And
the
then
lid.
close it with the mage hand already in, and then turn the mage hand.
Hemorrhoid sees as the lid closes and the key turns. There's a click, an audible click of the chest locking. And the cover slides out of the way, and a button pops down.
Now, will hemorrhoid push the button?
The problem is we don't have 3 hemorrhoids.
I think between us we might.
Context, ladies and gentlemen. That one should go on the list.
Yeah, put that on the list. Guys, we have a problem. We don't have 3 hemorrhoids.
I heard it coming out of my mouth.
And you just
It's too late.
I think we've all been eating salted pork long enough. There's more than 3 hemorrhoids.
So Sploof, what is Hemorrhoid doing?
Since I am looking through his eyes currently and controlling him, I would know better than to push the big button before we looked at all their other ones.
Okay.
So,
Wait for it to reset.
Or proof him out?
and I would tell him. I
Did
would
you
tell
just
guys,
yell down the hallway?
Well,
No.
you guys are right there around me, right?
Well, yeah, but while you're looking through hemorrhoid, you are blind and
And
deaf.
Yeah.
You cannot hear or see because you're seeing and hearing through hemorrhoid.
Yeah. So I would come back out once he was out of that box
Okay.
and tell
Or
you
you could
guys.
just tell him to push the button. Like, you could tell him where the button is so he could push it himself.
Oh yeah.
And you poof hemorrhoid out.
But I would know better than to push it without looking at the other two.
Alright, so we do this
Okay,
through
so
the others.
you wait for it to reset
Yep.
and then cycle through. The same thing happens in all 3 cases. When the key is turned and the chest is locked, the button appears.
So 3 choices. Or do we have to do all of them?
I would say we do
I'd
all
rather
of
we probably
do
all
all of them.
Let's try just the silver one first.
So,
Now, you can either have hemorrhoid push it, or you can yell me directions while I maneuver my mage hand to be ready to push the button, and then pull hemorrhoid out, and then I can push it.
Okay with either of these options.
Hemorrhoid looks at you and just like nods when you say the second thing.
Alright, so we will do that, Keith. We will put hemorrhoid in, we'll close it, we'll turn it, and I'll wait for Sploof to start yelling instructions, and I will maneuver my mage hand.
Okay.
That's
Left.
an endeavor.
Left,
So-
up, nope,
so-
nope, down, down.
So
Like a
I
claw
need
machine.
both of you to make separate intelligence checks.
I have a very important question.
Yes.
Would this be charisma because it's my spell that I'm trying to use effectively?
I will give you
That's
charisma,
better.
yes.
Okay, is this a check or a save?
It's just a check. Alright, so Sploof,
So that's gonna be a 17.
17.
them.
Okay.
Nice.
Natural 20.
For
Natural 20.
inspiration.
Okay. So we have 1 success. Actually, we have 2 successes and 1 failure. Sploof never really learned left from right,
That's a lot like Danny.
but you're able to get a sense. As he is giving you directions, you're able to sort of suss out. Oh no, when he says
When he
left,
says
really
left, he means right.
Right. So up is really down, and blue is really purple. And you're not real sure where the blue purple came into that
But it seems
equation.
right.
But you're able to get to the point where you're ready as soon as hemorrhoid is gone.
I push the button.
Okay. So hemorrhoid poofing out.
Yeah.
Okay, so hemorrhoid poofs out. You push the button. You hear a click. The lid to the the lid to the chest pops open, and there are simultaneous flashes from inside the chest and from the sarcophagus.
What did you do?
Alright, rinse and repeat. Same thing.
Rinse and repeat.
Okay. I won't make you make the check for the second one. So you do the same thing. Poof out, poof out. Hemorrhoid. Hit the button. Chest.
Flash
unlocks,
and flash.
Flash
Yep.
and flash. And there's starting to be a little bit of a glow from the sarcophagus below you.
And the third.
And then for the third, same thing. You maneuver. You realize it's getting real close to when things are going to reset on you, but you hit the button about as hemorrhoid is poofing out. The chest unlocks. There's the double flash. Make me a perception check.
Bardic,
This is a timing thing.
Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
1d8.
That's a 14.
It's a 14. Okay. You weren't quite quick enough to catch it before the room resets.
Well, I'm satisfied. That's the solution to the puzzle.
yeah.
I don't know what's in there, but
No idea.
Okay.
So I'll come back. I'm happy. I think we know how it works.
All right.
You should be happy.
Nobody died.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Not even hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
All right.
That was pleasantly surprising.
That's
Real world now.
Well,
Waffle. Yeah.
Should we
Do we want to take a rest
now?
just to, because it might be the last time we get a chance?
I would do that, yeah.
Okay.
That way it could give you a chance to.
I don't know that it is worth it, if I am being 100% honest.
But you said it'll help your mental health, so
So with leaving this place,
yeah, but that's not the option.
Yeah, but we can't.
I like the second option.
I do too.
should.
But
Can you leave?
potentially, yes.
How?
That's not the point.
No, that is the point.
Oh,
There are options.
I know what he wants.
Like?
I know what he's gonna try and do.
Well, it's really not important because it would just be for me, and I'm not going to be that selfish.
Yeah, but that means if we get in over our heads, we can send you out and you can find someone else and bring them back here and potentially fix this.
Fine, Oscar.
It would take time, but I believe that we have encountered the place where there is actual dirt potentially leading outside. We could dig out
Where?
through the room with all of the warrens.
Was there dirt there?
Yeah, that was all dirt.
makes it sound like we're in a prison.
Okay.
It is
All
an
right.
option,
No
but it
treasure
would take
trail.
so long. I don't
Treasure
think it
trail.
would be a viable option for any of you.
No, but if it looks like we're not going to make it, you might be able to make it out. You could maybe make it back and lead some other people here.
Potentially, yes.
I'd be okay with not all of us dying.
I would prefer none of you to die. Let's move.
All right. So where are you guys headed?
Player
What?
Danny has questions. It's
Yep.
unimportant at the
All right.
moment.
All right. So we're going to the real world.
Yeah.
I suggest we start with
Well,
the Warrens.
are we going to the real world or are we taking a rest before we start the sprint?
Do we need to take a long
Let's-
rest?
Well, Clara wants to do her
Only-
thing and it'd be good for everybody to start
Yeah,
with
let's
full
take
spells.
a long rest. Yeah.
I mean,
I
I,
have
don't
full
think we've used
spells.
any spells.
I
since
have.
our
Yeah, but if you're going
I
to do your
have-
ritual...
What
that was a
spells do you
ritual, though.
use? Yeah,
no,
she identifies a ritual.
it is,
As a
but
bard, I think she can.
what? Cast them as rituals? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
pretty sure.
detect?
Oh, I don't know if you can if you're
I'm
not
not
a College
sure.
of Lore.
Oh,
'Cause
that
I-
might be true.
I want to check that out.
Yeah.
Having
I'm
a
not sure.
rest
But that's only a
wouldn't be bad
first
thing.
level spell.
And like, this might be the only rest we get
Yeah.
for
But it will also
a long
drop all
time.
of you
So we
another
got-
hit point.
That's...
I mean,
At this
It is-
point.
At this point, that's kind of small potatoes.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm down for taking a rest. If nothing else, for just one last, lay our heads down and feel good about ourselves before
Yep.
we all die.
Okay.
Mhm.
If we are going to do that, are there any other things we want to field test before?
Not that I can think of
yeah.
that would be.
Yeah, not... I can't
Bad
think
for
of any
us.
others that I was... Unless we want to go try and play around with the maze.
Oh yeah. we
But I don't
could
know how
figure
that'll
out
go,
the
because I
maze.
think maybe if someone has to touch the maze and then they're in the maze.
I think we should just leave that for the real world.
I'd rather test it here, where
Yeah.
if we have to sit there forever trying to help them, we can, as opposed to the real world where we might have stuff breathing down our necks
That's
while
fair.
someone's in it.
Okay, just
Yeah, that
The
is.
maze
The
Makes
luxury
sense.
of
That
this
makes
side of
sense.
things is we
Yeah.
can take time
yeah.
that
So
we maybe
let's
won't
do
have.
the maze part, and then we'll have you do your spell and go from there.
So we're gonna go to the maze.
Okay. So that is down on the 4th floor, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. Make sure I have you guys in the right spot.
Sport of tea.
Alright.
Known that fact.
Okay. So you find yourself back here. You do see the stone has been reset, the floor has been reset, the chest has been reset.
Don't touch
Leave
the
the
chest.
chest.
Yep, leave the chest alone.
Well, yeah.
Not touching the
We
chest.
learned that.
Okay.
So we're gonna go to the maze.
Keith, do we know roughly time-wise the reset is?
Make me a perception check.
Natural 20.
That's a 20. It feels like it's been resetting. When something is changed, it feels like it resets within about 5 minutes.
I relay this to. Ooh. Do we want to try and get someone
5 minutes.
to go
or
in the
something.
maze? I don't think it's going to take probably can take more than 5 minutes to go through the maze. What happens if it resets?
It might not reset while someone's in it,
I
Yeah.
don't know.
but I don't know.
Right.
But if
We
it
don't know how
does,
this
what
works.
does it do to the person that's in it? Is that something we want to risk?
Oh, we could send him. Right?
He's a rat.
When in doubt.
Yeah, I'm game for that.
Send the rat. He's
We'll have
disposable.
Hemroy touch the maze.
I used to send him for mazes for fun, so, this is just a death maze. It's fine. It's fine.
That says a lot about you, Sploof.
Okay,
It
so
was funny.
for
He
all
thought
of
it was
you,
fun.
okay, so for all of you that are seeing the maze for the first time, the intricate carving shifts before your eyes. Its configuration is ever changing, and it has no exits. And its corridors are lit by tiny torches and clouded by fog.
Now, question: should one of us go in? Well, give me my thought. Would one of us go? If one of us were to go into the maze
Sounds
and
like
see us as if you were looking on a plasma screen into the maze, could one viably coordinate one throughout the maze?
Possibly.
The maze
You
is
don't
3D, right?
It's
it's a
yes.
carving, yeah.
It's
So-
a carving, so it's a relief
Yeah.
carving. is
So
what
Yes, but it
presumably, I'm assuming
shifts.
that's right. But I think it shifts so that you can't stand here and stare at it and memorize it and then go in.
Or like
Yeah.
dry it out.
Yeah, I think that once someone goes in,
It
it
changes.
sets on whatever it's on.
Actually, then Hemroy would be like the perfect candidate because.
You can
Yeah.
communicate with him.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why when you all were opening the chest, I wanted to make sure Meyer was over here because I thought that opening the chest would suck people into the maze,
Yeah.
and I wanted someone over here who could message you.
Yeah, you either
I
need
can
someone
message
with message
too.
or you need
Maybe
some
the
kind of
message is lit.
All right.
Yeah, I think
Send
hemorrhoid's a
hemorrhoid.
great idea.
Yeah.
Let hemorrhoid do. Let's see how this goes.
QA.
Yes.
As a bard, you can cast any bard spell you know as a ritual. Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
Okay,
Use
sweet.
Okay.
So have
I
hemorrhoid
wasn't
touch the maze.
any bard spell. Cast ritual.
So.
Any bard spell or any,
Any
bard,
bard
spell that has
spell.
the ritual.
That has
tag.
ritual.
It is it
Yes.
does have
Yeah,
the
it still has
ritual
the
tag.
ritual
Yeah,
spell.
it does have the ritual tag.
Just
so.
wanted to be
Yeah.
sure that we
You can
clarified
cast
that.
any spell as a ritual
Yeah.
spell.
Hey, wow.
Okay.
That's the ritual.
Shatter.
Hemroy's gonna go up and touch the maze.
Okay. So he disappears from in front of you and appears inside the tomb.
And has it stopped moving and shifting?
It has stopped shifting,
Ah.
but there's something else that happens at the same time.
Of course.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Wait.
Doors are opening, which
Doors
means
are
we have to
opening.
fight things.
Stop. It's
Well-
not the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted.
You have fun guiding hemorrhoid sploof. We'll watch your back, I guess.
You guess?
And I'm gonna go stand at the top of one of the stairs with my sword and shield
I
out.
can still communicate with him back and forth and cast spells, right?
No.
I don't think so. 'Cause
You're
you're
blind
blind
and deaf.
No,
Yeah.
Well,
No,
you
no, no.
can
You can
communicate,
send
no,
telepathic
you're not looking into his
commands.
eyes. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I can still cast
Unless it
spells.
teleported him to a whole other part of the tomb, because it's like within 100 feet or something. You can send telepathic commands.
Okay, so I can still at least help with the fighting that's about to occur. Or would occur if there were bad guys behind the doors.
We don't know what's
But
going
the
on.
shambling mounds
Probably.
were there, so like
That's
I'm
true.
assuming these bad
Depending
guys
on
will
what
be there.
kind of bad
We just
guys
have to
they are.
defend ourselves for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But there are technical issues
If-
that seem to be holding us up, so.
Yes, I'm so sorry, guys.
That's okay.
While we're doing that, I'm going to move. Which staircase are you covering?
The right one.
Okay, I will move to the left one and cast Spiritual
Oh.
Guardians at the top.
Yes,
Okay,
Keith.
if I
I'll move
actually
over to the
select
right one.
the one I'm supposed to be selecting.
You guys could probably stand now with your range stuff.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
That's what I'll probably do.
Yeah,
It's just
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, my goal is
Button
less to kill
spray,
things
right?
and more
Yep,
to keep things
yep.
from getting past.
exactly. Just
Well, that's kind of what I was
And I'll
thinking
take
too,
one
but
of the
I have
stairs
range,
as well.
Yeah.
so-
Okay, so I've got
Yes.
a good green
Yes.
mire on my
Yeah,
side.
we're on one and
cover
Floyd's on
Gideon.
the other one.
This is really not working, and I don't know why.
Rude.
You know, guys, we're actually not a bad team.
We're not a good team.
No, but
But we're not a bad team.
We're like
There you go, Keith.
Oh!
we're like a
That's
subpar.
a lot more rooms. Yep.
Average.
That's
Average.
That's 10 rooms.
All right, here we
What
go.
comes out, Keith?
Skeletons, because those look like piles of bones.
No, I have a guess.
What would you like to give me your guess?
It would be very poetic of a maze to have minotaurs.
Yes. Yes, it would indeed.
Minotaur skeletons.
No.
That's
Start
what I
to
thought.
assemble themselves out of
That's
the
what I
platform.
thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I was wondering.
That's what I thought was going
right.
to happen when the chest happened. I thought a minotaur was going to
Minotaur.
appear.
But we're in the alternate dimension.
So?
So roll initiative.
So let's roll initiative.
Yay! I love
Fights.
fights.
That's.
That's going to be the highest I'm going to be able to roll in this thing.
Okay. Kyrie?
17.
And now to make notes, the minotaurs appear.
15.
15.
17.
17.
Well done.
21.
21.
16 plus 2. 18.
18.
17.
I'm
No.
sensing a theme.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Did you roll?
That is
Quit rolling what I roll. This
So
is
today-
that is
I
over half of the party rolled a 17.
Well, I mean, I.
This is
Wow.
the highest average we're ever gonna have as a party.
Yeah.
PC, monkey
Wait till they
do.
get to the final boss and it's like 1,
3.
2, 3.
1 2 3 people are dead before they've had their turn.
Okay. So there are 10 Minotaur skeletons coming out, one from each of those rooms.
Well, I'm going to be the strongest against
Hey,
these.
We broke stairs last time.
Yeah, it
Um, so
Yeah, they'll
Mix,
reset though.
You are top of the initiative. It is your turn.
Because
And then Clara, and then our 7.
Because you have advantage on initiative
No, and
rolls.
I don't want it most of the time.
How
Okay.
many? How many minutes?
10.
10. Skeletons.
Do roll initiative for Hemorrhoid as well.
Oh, poor hemorrhoid's gonna have to fight. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad.
No,
It's
his,
not for
There's a
fighting, it's
minotaur in
when
the
during
maze
the battle.
also.
when
I
does
bet
he
you.
continue
Yeah,
going?
it's when during the battle Hemorrhoid can move.
Oh, this is going to be very, very hard.
Okay. Keith, I'm
Is it
kind
just
of
straight?
standing
No,
in
it's
the
just
middle.
3. Last.
Last. Okay.
Kind of standing in the middle, like where the sword mark is.
So
Yeah.
oh so
Where
so
it
oh
is.
so
No,
up
no,
on
no,
the-
no, no. Like
Should I
yes,
probably have
yes.
So,
stand
okay.
up for
Yeah,
this one?
just kind of in the middle. I'm going to hunter's mark the nearest
Okay.
minotaur skeleton
Okay.
and shoot an arrow.
Okay.
Minotaur skeletons wise.
Probably not.
Most
Most skeletons.
24 hit?
Undead things.
that are not wise.
24 will
specifically,
hit,
so the
yes.
Clerics and
Okay.
paladins can do their things.
Well, don't worry, because most likely, should we enter this fight, we will be taking that long rest before we go to the real world.
9
Yeah.
points of damage.
9 points.
Just try and preserve the top level spell.
Okay.
That's my
Anything-
turn.
And that's your turn. Okay. Clara.
It probably didn't happen before, I would imagine. So I'm moving to the left staircase,
Okay.
and I am casting Spiritual Guardians.
All right.
And just looking to see if I have. There we go. Okay.
So are you at the top or the bottom of the staircase?
Top.
Top.
That
okay.
scares me.
Yes.
That many
And what's the
D6s.
range on that?
It is 15 feet.
Okay. So it will reach the bottom of the stairs and no
So
further.
those stairs are safe.
Hey, Nate,
Quote
That will be
unquote.
my turn.
Can I see the
All right.
player's handbook?
All right. So Bright, Elias, Meyer, or Sploof? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first real quick because I'll just be simple. I'll just go to the right stairs, bonus action, Crimson, right my staff, and hold my action should one of the Minotaurs come up the stairs.
Okay.
I'm done.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
I'll go next.
Okay.
I'm going to attack with my short bow.
Okay.
It's a 23.
23 will hit.
Okay.
top spell.
So
Sure.
We're gonna be taking a rest, right?
Yeah, but you also don't know which one of them might be the most difficult yet.
The boss.
is there anyone within 5 feet of them?
Not yet.
Not yet.
no.
Okay.
They haven't gotten
Okay.
close enough to that yet.
You could hold your action.
No, it's fine. 7 points.
I'm gonna cast darkness.
Okay.
Please don't. I'm here.
And then I will take the hide action.
All right.
Oh, did you know your ability only works in?
Excellent. So
Magical.
Meyer or Sploof?
Doesn't
It
it?
says magical.
Okay,
and magical.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
It,
only
it
magical.
just specifically
Is all of
stipulates
them
magical
in
because
sight now?
normal dark vision doesn't.
Yes. So you are seeing 10 of them.
Okay. Are they grouped together?
There's one coming out of each of the of those hidden rooms.
How grouped together do you want them?
Have they all stepped out?
They are, yes. So they're all in the
So-
main room.
So if you hit one of those corners, you can get
Potentially
need-
4.
I need a 10-foot radius.
You could.
Yeah.
They're a large creature, correct?
Uh,
Which means they take up a 2x2 square.
they are large. Yes.
So if you, right where the skull is, if you hit that area right there, you could get 3 of them in that area.
But on the opposite side, because you're on my side.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I am on the left side of the Clara, and then I am going to cast Shatter.
You could get 4 of them.
And your range is what?
So it's 60 feet, but it's a 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius.
So he
okay.
could get 4 of them in the corner.
So they each stepped out.
Yeah, you can definitely get 2,
You can
maybe
get
3.
2, maybe 3, depending on where you place the spell, but no more than that.
That's right.
I am
You
going
get
to try and
No.
optimize for 3 of them.
No, because you can't hit a
Okay,
corner.
so what you'll have to do is you'll have to
It's
cast
rare.
down
Yeah.
towards
Down towards the
one of the
corner.
far corners.
Yeah. Okay, so I will cast in the bottom left corner.
Bottom left. Okay.
It's going to be a con save of 14.
Con saves. Okay.
Yeah. Their con's gotta be good.
Con is usually a good's highest stat.
What do you
Of
cast?
14, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Failure, pass.
Okay.
So failure, success.
10. Okay, so 17 and half that for the
So 17
save.
and
8.
9.
Round it up or down.
Down usually.
Oh, and 8 then. Okay.
I think damage is always rolled down. Or rolled down.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it for that.
Okay.
Sploof.
Given my specialty, do I know skeletal forms if they are resistant to fire or not?
They
surprised
are
if they
not
are.
resistant to fire.
Okay. So, given that, I am going to shake my little goblin hiney at him, and Pitbull plays in the background. And yep. And I'm gonna cast Fireball.
20-foot
So
radius.
20-foot radius. Where are you casting it?
So, which corner did you just cast yours into?
Left side.
You
Yeah.
cast left side. I'll go right side as long as I've got a clear line of sight and I'm not going to hit a party member, which
All of your
it should
party
be
members
fine.
are up
We're all
on
on the balcony.
Yeah.
on the balcony at this
We
point.
smart.
So, oh really?
Oh.
There's
2
like
ones.
3 ones in there. So
Is there any sort of save at all I should be rolling for these guys?
Dexterity.
Dex? So
Dex
it's
of
gonna be
14? 15?
10,
No, 15 for you.
23 points of damage.
And what's the DC for your dex?
You're a 20, right?
What?
You're a 20 intelligence?
Yeah.
15.
15. Okay. And where are you placing the spell?
Oh, it's 16, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, because I'm at.
Yeah,
Plus
you're
3, sorry.
yeah 16.
16? Okay.
So where are you placing the spell?
So in the corner, in the far corner, so that it hits. It should be able to hit
All 5 of them.
Should be able to hit 4 of
4
them.
of them at least.
Maximize hitting enemies, minimize hitting allies.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, and
20, yeah.
DC of 16.
Yes.
Yes.
Because it's 8 plus your proficiency plus whatever your
Grief. Come here.
spellcasting modifier is.
Yeah.
So 16.
I was thinking I was at a +4, but I only had a +3.
That one just doesn't want to roll where I can do anything with it. Okay. Success, failure.
Really?
Yes.
They still take half, so.
No, I know. It's just
Half
like
of a fireball is half of
Yeah.
a fireball.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was
So
a weaker fireball than it should have been, but it's still not terrible. It's 23 points if it succeeded.
Or failed.
Fail.
No, 23.
23 if they
If they
fail.
failed, if they
If
succeeded,
it-
they
oh,
take
I'm
half.
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. If it succeeded,
Yes.
not if they succeeded.
and then 12.
11.
You know, 11.
11.
Okay. All right. And some of those are looking pretty cooked.
Nice.
I should have gotten a bow out.
Mm-hmm. Barbecue Minotaur bones. Not.
Gideon.
58.
Since I'm at the top of the right stairs, I'm going to shoot my Eldritch Blast at the first Minotaur closest to me.
Oh,
Okay.
That's a second level.
Yep. Does a 11 hit?
An 11 will not hit.
Okay, I didn't think so. But I assume an 18 hits.
An 18 will, yes.
Alright, that'll be 10 points of force damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
The other side's the fireball. Our side hasn't taken any damage at all. So,
You've already taken your turn, right?
I'm holding my action.
Yeah,
Should they
yeah,
approach?
sure, right.
So, some of them did.
Which I'm sure they will.
Yes.
You'll get a chance.
On your next turn, you should pull out your maul, because the
Okay.
top of the stairs are 10 feet across. And so we can go shoulder to shoulder and melee them.
I'm using
I think
my
that's what
staff
we're
for
doing
striking.
now.
So.
Are you
Oh, okay.
I said
Yeah,
I
yeah,
should
yeah.
have equipped my bow
Right,
for the long
I
range,
gotcha.
but I have my staff
Alright,
for striking,
so
which does a ton of damage.
all of the Minotaurs on the left side are going to start charging up the left side.
Mm-hmm.
All of the ones on the right side are going to start charging up the right side.
Makes
Like you
sense.
do.
Like you do. And running into your spell is, what is that going to require from them?
It is a wisdom save of DC 14,
Okay, so that will be...
and their speed will be halved.
Okay, so all of them do get within that radius.
We are side by side on top of the stairs.
Yes, we've got it blocked.
And we're blocking the other side.
Yep.
And it's a wisdom of what?
14. Oh, dang, I just lost my map.
14.
Well,
Okay, wisdom...
Do you only have a 16 in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they all fail.
so they will all take 14 radiant damage.
Good job.
So
double.
that was your roll, was the 14?
Mm.
Which is doubled because of
Radiant.
radiant.
If
Nice.
we, yeah, I mean that's not per rolls, but if we're homebrewing that, yeah. Speaking of homebrew rules, the first time I played D&D, my DM ruled that if you couldn't roll on the table, your character couldn't hit. Because you can't hit the table, so they can't hit a creature.
Oh,
Let's not do that.
But it is really funny.
Yeah.
it is. It is. I guess it's a good incentive to be careful with your
Mhm.
dice.
And on the table we were playing, it made sense. 'cause-
Oh.
Oh, there's always that one guy who's like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Casino Royale, throwing the dice.
Beyblading it.
Okay.
my dice knocks over the mini, I win.
You moving furniture?
Okay.
Oh, actually, they're always
Um,
sliding the
and it
chair out.
cuts,
Oh,
cuts their
yeah.
speed in half, right?
Indeed.
So,
I've just not heard that sound before. I was confused.
okay. The first one does make it up to the top of the stairs right in front of you guys. It takes up the full width of the stairs. But in doing so, it is going to get, once it gets to you guys, and then it is going to, yeah, so it's going to come after you, Clara, and
Okay.
attempt to gore you.
Gorby.
Great.
Nice.
Just in case
All
I
right,
had some
does
concentration.
a 17 hit.
I believe, yep, 17 is my armor class.
Okay, 17 hits.
With your shield?
All right, so you will take 13 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
And actually, I'm sorry. You'll also take an additional 9, so you'll take 22 points of piercing damage total.
You said an additional 9?
Yes, an additional 9. So it's 13 and 9, so 22 total.
Ooh.
Ow.
What is that? 10?
And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Strength saving throw is going to be 16.
Okay, so that's enough for you to keep your feet. So this Minotaur skeleton basically charged at you and gored you with
Okay,
his.
and the spell drops.
Oh man.
Okay.
That's nasty.
All right. And then on the other side, the first one up the stairs is who was on the other?
It's me and Gideon.
Us
So
too.
pick and choose.
Okay.
Yep, take your pick.
I do get attacks, but get my action off as he approaches. But
Yeah, you
Odds
do.
or evens.
Odds.
Okay. It's coming after.
Sure.
After
Sorry.
you.
that's fine.
He has his
He's got
held
an
action.
attack.
He
has
does
a
get
held
his
action.
action
Right,
before
yeah.
it hits them.
Right. So go ahead and take that.
Dead. That one's hurting, I think. That was decided.
Wow.
Not doing that. 22 to hit.
22 will hit. Yes.
I will also pump 3 charges of the Staff of Striking into it.
Jeez.
Okay.
How many of those do you get?
It's like
10.
10 a day. 10 a day. Yeah. Well, it's a roll, but as many as 10 a day.
Okay, hold on. I have to do some maths because this is going to hurt extremely.
Doing the math.
First we'll
or
start with
this?
the
I'm in
All
mood.
that geography.
Yeah, geography always gets me.
Ooh. So 27 radiant damage plus
Hang on.
plus 13 force damage.
It doesn't matter.
It's so tension.
Go Elias.
And as you strike,
Okay.
it just sort of piffs into dust, and the rest of you see the horns on his head grow a couple of inches on your head.
What?
You're expediting goatness.
Yes.
This is bad.
So that's it for that one.
Okay.
Okay. The next one in line manages to get to you guys.
And do I get my second attack on it?
Take your attack action.
You can take
Okay.
your attack action on it.
Oh.
Ooh. Hello, friend. That's a natural one. Whiff.
Yeah, that is a whiff, and your staff goes flying
Oh,
onto the lower level of the room.
Uh-oh.
That's
That
It
is
lands,
unfortunate.
It lands right at the foot of the sarcophagus that's down there.
Well, all right then.
cool.
So the second one, as it charges up, is actually going to come after you now.
Sure.
Because different target, different. But an 11 is not going to hit.
No, and I would like to use my reaction
Okay.
to repose.
Do repose.
I'll need that dice, and that dice, and I'll need my other D8.
You don't know what its AC is yet.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Big.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's going to be
And they deal 21 points of damage and a hit.
12 points of slashing damage and
Okay.
4 points of fire damage.
Oh shit.
Okay.
My Crimson Right's gone.
Yep.
What?
My Crimson Right only works if my weapon is in my hand. Which means I'm gonna take a lot of damage come next turn.
How heavy is your weapon?
Oh, no, it has.
No, we can. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
All
as
right.
it gets handled, it's fine.
So then the rest of them are piling up on the stairs behind
Yep.
the ones that are making it up to the top. Hemorrhoid. So you can actually see a little tiny hemorrhoid on the map, on the maze. The walls are still shifting.
I'm going to direct him.
Okay. I will take you. So you can spend some time having him explore the maze.
Ooh, nice.
If you want. If you can make that his turn.
Is there a clear end goal?
Possibly.
It's like a key on the other side, right? Or
It-
something?
There's not sides to it. It's just shifting walls. There's no exits. He's just in the maze.
But there's a key icon shifting around too. What is it that is in the maze? I forget.
So what you see
The maze holds the key.
is an intricate
That's
carving
just
that
like
shifts
clue.
before your eyes. Its configuration is ever changing. The maze has no exits, and its corridors are lit by tiny torches. And
Just have him just continue
And-
going
yeah.
until he finds a key.
And the clue we were given said that
The
the
maze
maze holds the key.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna explore.
Okay, roll me a percentile.
Percentile.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So 96.
He rounds a corner, and he finds
there's a key.
a green crystal key.
Oh, that's fast.
Awesome. And he reaches out and grabs it.
Okay. As he finds the key,
Something finds him.
he is teleported out of the maze next to the sarcophagus.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
So there's just this little rat holding a key going, whoa.
Well, alright then.
As the Minotaurs come towards us.
All right, so that is.
I just imagine all the minotaurs are now like.
Squeak!
All right, so we are back around to the top of the order. Nyx.
Okay.
Gonna shoot an arrow?
So you have seen Clara take a real solid hit. You saw Elias turn one to dust and then throw his staff. I mean, it looked like he really just threw his staff down onto the floor.
I didn't.
And then Gideon did some fancy footwork and some sword play over there, and then all of a sudden there's a pop, and Hemorrhoid is by the sarcophagus holding this green crystal key,
Oh no.
and all of the minotaurs are turning to look at Hemorrhoid.
Who is
How
panicking.
high up
How much
is
does
this?
I believe it's 15 feet, because I had to ask that last time
It's
so I
about
could jump
15
down.
feet.
And hemorrhoids at the sarcophagus.
Yep.
How much does he weigh?
How badly do we want to know?
Probably about as much as a ferret.
You don't have to do that.
I can do it.
There are
I
a
climb.
multitude of other better ways to
I
do
climb too, so
We should be fine for a while if you just
Okay,
want
so-
to continue shooting.
At the moment, by the way, let me remind you that the sarcophagus does shift colors.
Yeah.
At the moment, it is blue.
that. Oh,
It can only be
son
He
of
found
a...
the green key.
Yep.
So, okay, well,
This is awful.
Actually, as you're starting your turn, it shifts from blue to gold.
Oh, so it
So we have
shifts
to
every
wait
6
for it.
seconds.
Yeah, now we have to wait for it to be the color we want.
Mm-hmm.
was the Minotaur that I hunters marked?
Yeah, so it's
Where is
it's the one that clobbered Clara.
Oh, well, I'm going to shoot that one then.
Okay.
So that's 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Sweet. 12. 16 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay. It is still up.
Crappy. Okay, that's...
Shoot again?
I can't.
Oh,
She's a
right,
ranger.
Yeah.
right.
Revised.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Let sunshine
That
do
looks like
stuff.
a butt. Uh,
Ma-
Yeah, up on the wall next to Clara.
Mm.
Okay.
Up on the wall next to Clara.
Wait, where are you?
I am against the wall on the left side.
Yeah, next to me.
At the top of the stairs. Right next to Meyer.
So you could just have
Bagpipe boy.
Actually, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. What are we doing?
I am going to move over next to Clara. I'm gonna have Sunshine kind of crawl up on the walls. He's got 40 feet of movement.
Okay.
And then do a bite attack on the Minotaur that I just attacked.
Okay.
So I get 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
And so that's 8 points of piercing damage. Does poison damage do anything?
No.
Okay, then I won't even roll it.
Yeah, they are immune to poison, being undead. You said 8 points?
Yes.
Okay. And it is starting to look very sort of wobbly, and some of the smaller bones are starting to fall out of it and clatter to the floor.
Armor. Oh, except these will hiff out of existence, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. So, Clara.
Except you don't have it anymore.
I know. I'm putting up Spirit Guardians again.
Okay.
Wisdom save 14.
So, well, 2 of them have to make the save. 14, you said? Ooh.
Excuse me.
That was a natural 20 and a natural 1. So the one at the top makes the natural 20. And it takes damage?
It takes half damage, yeah.
Which is how much?
So it's 11, so half of that would be 5.
5?
Times that by 2 because it's radiant.
It is radiant, if we're doing that.
Okay. So even though it succeeded, it goes down.
Perfect.
And then
Wunderbar.
the next one with the natural 1 takes the full amount, 11,
And also goes down?
22.
If I were so lucky.
Actually, you are so lucky. Like, just so lucky. You knocked it to literally 0. And it goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Making room for the 3 more that are behind it to come up to the
charge.
stairs on their next chance.
And that's the one that I had Hunter's marked, right?
Yeah, so the one that you hunters marked was the first one that went down.
Yeah, so
Oh,
your
okay.
bonus action, your next turn.
Alright, Elias, so we're one behind them, so we gotta kill 2 this time.
Don't worry, I got this. It's my turn, correct?
Yes.
It's
it is your
17.
turn.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
jump
yeah.
off the balcony.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't, because I still have 3 days left of Featherfall because of the amulet.
All right. And as you go, the Minotaur that was there takes his opportunity attack to swipe at you with his
Sure,
red
he can
axe.
try. May the power and curse of Braden be upon you.
19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
That's the curse.
Okay, so you will take 17 points of slashing damage.
Ooh, that hurt.
Count yourself lucky.
Yeah, it's not as much as you took.
No.
And then
trying
you
to get over
float
to you,
down.
so-
Where are you aiming to
Where are you
land?
right now?
To go grab my
Okay,
staff.
so you will float down and basically land right at the foot of the sarcophagus,
Okay.
where your staff is lying.
And with whatever movement I have left, I would like to meet him halfway upstairs. Or at least get the next 2 who are in the queue.
Okay, so there's one like at the top of the stairs,
Correct.
With Gideon.
with Gideon
Mhm.
facing Gideon, and then there's one at the foot of the stairs, and then there are 2 more, basically coming up.
I'll go for
so-
the 2 coming up.
Okay, so the spot where the skull is,
Mm-hmm.
basically there's 2 standing side by side
Right.
right there.
I will bonus action Crimson Right my staff.
Okay. So you can get to the first one of them.
Okay. And I will tap my amulet. Clockwork amulet does a 20 hit.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
And I will pump. No. I'll pump one charge of the staff of striking into it.
Okay.
You get half an inch of horn.
Have you noticed your horns at this
Nope,
point?
no one's told me. 16.
But like, wouldn't you
18.
feel?
Yeah.
18
not.
points of radiant damage
Okay.
plus 6 points of force damage.
I mean, there's
Okay.
a lot going on.
Also, thank you for the reset.
It is still up, and but it's looking pretty shaky.
Second attack.
Okay. It's not the horns this time; it's the tail.
Suddenly your pants don't fit quite right.
14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Let's go a little tight now.
That tail you pass, you happy to see me.
That's
It's the wrong way, man.
And another 17 more points of radiant damage.
Okay, it's going to go down with
Okay.
that,
Okay.
and it goes.
Alright. Okay.
And then there were 6.
I
So Bright.
will a 20.
You need to pull up some slack.
Oh yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there.
So there's 3 on both sides at this point.
Okay. I'll probably go whatever side Gideon is on.
Okay.
I'm on the right side.
That's on the
Okay.
right side.
Yeah. So since Elias is not there,
Well, Elias is on that
Well,
side as well.
but
Yeah.
he's not.
He's down there.
Down there.
He's not
He's
guarding
not
the top.
on the stage. Okay.
So
anyway.
so he basically just took out the Minotaur that was standing right there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So a 22 to hit.
So there's one Minotaur standing here,
Okay.
and then one standing here, and then one standing here, and then mirror that on the other side.
And the one at the
Okay.
top's looking pretty hurt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's probably.
And if you hit it, you'll get sneak attack because I'm in melee with it.
Well, also I have advantage because I hit.
Oh, right.
So I will get sneak attack anyway. So a 22.
22 will hit.
Okay.
Which one are you aiming for?
The closest one.
The closest one?
Yeah, the
Okay.
one that's hurt. Yeah, yeah. And it will be 18
18 points of damage.
of piercing damage.
Piercing damage. Okay.
Since this was my short bow. So.
All right. Yeah, it is definitely looking pretty shaky there.
Okay. And then I will hide again.
Duck back down.
Yes,
behind the
I
rail
will
and
hide again
Okay.
with my bonus action.
Mine.
Okay.
So you're down to 6 of them, but there are
Yep.
still 6 of them.
Yeah. And they're still coming at us. They're not going towards Hemorrhoid.
It looks like they're starting to turn that direction, but they haven't had a chance to do anything else yet.
So did you kill the one in front of me?
No,
No,
it's still up.
not, it's still up. But it's pretty
looking
close.
pretty rough, though.
Yeah. So
So we still have 6 up.
Still,
Yes, 6.
Yeah.
Still 6.
Still 6.
I just really need to know if they're coming towards us or they're going to actually turn around.
Make me an insight check.
You move down the stairs. I will move down with you if I need to.
That's 11.
It's hard to tell. They're skeletons.
Yeah. You know what? Can I hold my action until I figure out what they do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that for now.
Okay. Sploof.
Okay. So,
Get your rat.
yeah.
Will it keep the key if it poofs?
You have mage hand, don't you?
I do. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna mage hand him up in the air.
Okay.
Like out of reach of all the things.
If you didn't, I was going
Yeah.
to.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was too.
Oh,
All right.
The rat.
So
my
you've got
DM.
him up basically near the ceiling?
Yep.
Okay. So that is your action. The Minotaurs.
I'm
I'm
pretty
sorry.
sure I go before the Minotaurs.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Oh,
It is
us.
Gideon.
Also, Sploof has a bonus action.
Oh.
So if you have any spells that are bonus action spells,
Do I have those?
because Mage Hand is a
Cantrip.
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 Oh.
That's right. I
I
forgot.
don't
Thank
believe
you.
there's
I
any
appreciate
bonus
that.
action wizard spells, is there?
There
I mean,
are
there's
some.
mage armor. No, mage
There's
armor is a.
Mage Armor is an
Action.
action.
I don't think there is.
There
is
are
there?
some.
I don't know if there's any that Sploof has.
Well, and
It
they're
just-
not. They're usually
yeah.
not like.
And
Usually
I
you need to
hold
use
my
them in
bonus
conjunction with
action?
something else. But
No, okay.
Nice
that
try.
just would have given me more time to figure it out.
Nice try.
Not this time apparently.
Okay.
Because I don't want to hold back
So
the
Gideon.
thing. But
I don't
thank
need
you,
this then.
because that was a good reminder.
So the one in front of me
Yep.
does a 25 hit.
Yep.
No.
Not that one.
What? But I hit it
No.
with an
So
11.
that's 8, 9, 10.
He used shield.
So that's 13 points of slashing damage and 4 points of fire damage.
It goes down.
And then I'm going to move past it to the next one. Action Surge.
Okay.
Another 25 to hit.
Yep.
And I am using my bonus action to hit it with Branding Smite.
Okay.
So that is 12 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
4 points of fire damage,
Okay.
and
That
I
still
actually
only
need you-
counts as one.
and 17 points of radiant damage. So doubled, you're looking at 34?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 36.
Okay. So it is
Right.
looking mighty rough, but it is still standing.
Not what I've done with it.
And that's my turn.
Oh.
Because, yep, that's what I do.
All right. So the one that you are going
Mhm.
after there, Gideon, is going to take a swipe at you
Yep.
with its great axe.
Go ahead.
21.
That will hit.
All right. So you will take 17 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
It only gets the one attack, so the one that's right behind it is going to move off to the side and come after you,
Mm-hmm.
because you are between it and the rat.
Sure. At disadvantage,
The
of course.
floating rat.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And why is it at disadvantage?
Because I use Curse of the Eyeless.
Of course you did.
Curse the brain.
Does it? Do I know if it does 1 or 2 attacks?
1.
Just 1.
You've only
'Cause
seen
I
them
only got
take
hit
Okay.
with one.
Then. Okay.
So at disadvantage, a 12 is not going to hit you.
Of course not.
Okay. So that's the two on the right side. On the left side, those. Did you move down the stairs at all? No.
No.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see if they're going to attack us or go back down.
Okay. So only the one at the bottom of the stairs then needs to make the save from your spell.
At the beginning, yeah.
With a 4 is not going to make the save.
Don't think so, no.
Yeah, so that's going to be what?
19 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, so it's
Nice.
just going to disappear into a cloud of whatever it is,
Oh,
spirit
dust.
guardians. And then the other two are going to turn and head towards the sarcophagus, trying to get to looks like they're trying to get to Sploot.
Okay.
One Minotaur's going to start climbing up on the other one.
Not
No,
Sploot,
Hemorrhoid.
Hemorrhoid, I'm sorry.
Who is up in the air?
Okay. So for my action, the one at the bottom.
The one at the bottom just disappeared.
So there's only 2 left.
So there's 2 left, and they're sort of a little bit further away. So they're right here. Well, update. Yeah, they're right here and right here.
Okay, the one farthest from us.
Uh huh.
I'm going to cast Enemies Abound.
Okay, and it gets to
So-
make a wisdom save?
Intelligence
Or an
save.
intelligence save.
Because they're so smart.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14?
Yes.
That's a natural 1. That's a failure. That's a big failure.
Okay.
Hooray!
So yeah, he's going to attack whoever is around him on his
Okay.
turn.
Okay.
So I assume you're gonna melt the one that's
But that is a
Oh,
random
absolutely.
thing, right?
It is random, but it's whoever's around him.
I think it says the closest enemy
Yeah.
or closest.
So you kill that one.
In range.
If you want to help them out on their side, I should be able to
So that
finish the
says
last
it can
one.
pick anybody within range.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
Anyone in range of who it can attack.
Okay.
But if there's more than one, it's random.
okay. So is that anybody that it can get to with its turn, with its movement, or
Like
if they are
I think
if they're
it's turns and if
adjacent?
they're adjacent. I think.
I believe that if they are not, if there's no one adjacent,
That's what
they
were
just
random.
don't.
Okay.
They don't attack anybody.
Okay.
But I don't know for sure.
Actually, it may not be in this book.
It's in
No.
Xanthar's.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Well, that being the case,
Let's have him attack his own people.
yeah, at this point he pretty much is going to anyway.
They're the most convenient.
It really is.
Alright.
Small pasty bread.
No.
And he does hit, and he will do 17 points of damage, which is
Why should
enough
I
to
fight where they can fight themselves?
which is enough to take its buddy down.
Okay.
All right, and then the that's that is their turn.
How many of them are left?
So there are 3 left. There's
There's
2
two
on
on
the
each
right
side.
and 1 on the left.
Right.
So you can burn that one. Burn the other one.
So we're back to the top of the round. Nyx, as you
What about hemorrhoid?
or
Or does it matter since he's not
He
in
is
maze?
hanging out in the air, just.
He doesn't have a lot that he can do
Yep.
because
Okay.
he's being
Cool,
held
not dying.
out of range.
Cool.
As it comes back around to you, the sarcophagus shifts colors to purple.
Okay. So it changes once around.
Yep.
That's
And we're just waiting for green.
okay.
So
I will.
There are 3. Your mark has dropped because the one that you had marked last turn is
Dead.
Bonus action moves it.
right.
Yes. So I will. And where are the 3 at the
Okay,
moment?
so where the sword is now
Uh-huh.
is 1,
That's one.
and then the other 2
Over
are.
high skulls.
I'm sorry. Is basically here and here, at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, so there's none up at the top of the stairs at the
No.
moment. Okay. Then I will just hunter's mark the closest one to me. I was over by Clara.
Okay, so that'll be the one that'll be the one that Meyer did the spell on. Not that you know that, but
Right. Okay. And I will shoot an arrow.
okay.
Bing.
It can make a save if it hits.
What's that?
It gets to make a save if she hits.
20 to hit.
20 will hit, and what does it say?
Against the enemies abound.
Ah, yes. And it was an intelligence
Yep.
of what?
What's your spell save? 14?
Mine?
15?
Yeah, mine's 14.
Okay, so it actually does make the save.
Okay, so it is and it's spell.
That's 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. Okay. All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay. So Clara.
I guess I will run down the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spaces to pull him into my radius.
Okay.
And it will be 15 points of damage if he fails. Wisdom save 14.
Yep, he's gonna fail.
Okay, so he'll take 15 points of radiant damage.
And that's enough to knock him down.
Okay, and then I will cast, I believe, Sacred Flame at the nearest one to me.
Okay, so that's the one that is facing off with Elias.
Okay, so he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
He's gonna miss. He's gonna fail.
Okay, so he will take 8 points of radiant damage. Yeah, radiant damage.
Okay, and that one goes down.
There's one on our side.
I took that one on our side, and one of theirs, there's one left.
There is one left, and it is the one that was at the bottom of the stairs and is now right next to Gideon. Or the one that Gideon was headed for.
Yep.
All right. Elias.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
Woo!
And now your staff is back on top of the stairs.
It's hard to hold on to things with hoof hands.
Alright, well. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna pull out Spectre, my hand crossbow.
Pink.
Pew! Crimson Ride it, pew.
Okay.
You are at melee range.
Yes, you are at melee range. You will be at disadvantage to do so.
I mean, what's the harm at this point?
A 1!
13.
13 still hits.
Oh, goody.
The gears are turning.
18 points of radiant damage.
Ooh.
No, I'm sure that's dead.
Yep. Oh, I was trying to do something.
So was I.
It's still up.
Oh.
Oh, plus 2. Because I forgot I get 2
Is it
extra
down?
damage.
Nope, it is still up.
If it was just those two.
That's what I was hoping for. Alright, that is my turn.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna make an attack.
Okay.
Will a 7 hit?
A 7 will not hit,
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Okay. That's...
Your arrow goes whistling right by it. Tink, 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 tink. You hear it bouncing off the floor.
Okay.
This is why I use because I can't roll for crap.
Right. Okay, I will just
And then you're gonna
take
duck
the
back
hide
down.
action.
So you pop up. That didn't
Yeah.
work. And hide again. Meyer.
Well, there's no point in doing what I was gonna do, so
It's
Eldritch
fine,
Blast.
I'll finish it off.
yeah, I'll do Eldritch Blast. So, I get 2 games.
So the
Yep,
fire
yep.
comes.
Hold on to your butts, Gideon.
Multiple?
How many butts?
Yeah, how many butts do you have?
Plural butts.
Oh, that's not good.
Well,
11.
he gets
11
2
misses.
bolts.
So the first one goes wide and splatters against the wall.
13.
13 will hit.
Okay. 1d10.
1d10.
I really.
That's a 10.
So 10?
Does that kill it?
Nope, it is.
Okay.
Oh no, it's Sploof.
I really want to see what the distance is on this weird, like, connection thing that you guys have.
Across continents.
Yeah, like.
That's how they find each
There's
other.
a delay on the Eldritch Blast. He's like, ha!
That's
So,
Sploof.
Where?
I'm still worthy.
can I keep my mage hand up and cast another spell? How does this?
Oh, I don't know.
Is Mage Hand
is
a
it concentration?
Mage Hand
It's
is.
a cantrip, but-
You'll have
Is
to
it
look
a
it up. I
concentration
don't think it's
spell?
concentration. I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
think
it's
it
not, but
is.
you'll have to look it up.
It doesn't say that it's concentration.
Yeah.
What's
Then
the
it is not.
duration on it?
1 minute. Sounds still good.
So it's just like you're just holding your
It's
hand
not
using your.
concentration.
It is
Okay.
not
Please let me kill
concentration,
this.
And it
Who do we
lasts for a
want?
minute.
Please let me kill this. I'll get hit points back.
That's true.
He's the only one up.
Do it. No, kill it. Kill it.
No, I want to make sure Gideon.
No, do what Spliff would do.
Well,
Do what
hold my
Spliff would
action
do.
in case Gideon gets in trouble.
But Sploof would.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're about to take your ass though.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm going to Hexblades curse it. I'm
Okay.
going to use fainting
Miss,
attack,
miss,
so I have
miss,
advantage.
miss,
I roll a
miss.
19, which is a critical because I used my Hexblades curse. So how much damage? How do we do
Oh, I will-
criticals? Just roll damage again.
So it's max rolls, roll, and then
Now, do I get to re-roll the damage from my fainting attack as well? And add that in
Oh.
again?
remind
It's
me.
dice, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's dice.
So the first hit is going to be 17 points of slashing damage and 3 points of fire damage.
So 20,
Yep.
and that is enough for it to go down.
Excellent. I get hit points back.
And that is them.
I was going to do polymorph.
Spliff, bring your rat back down so we can check see when the green happens.
So yes, I bring Hemorrhoid back down from
Okay.
the ceiling. He's a little scared of heights, so he looks a little bit freaked out right now.
I'll take the key.
Yeah.
I'll be the one to open it. I haven't done anything.
Stand there until.
Yep.
Okay.
I still got hands.
Not to brag or anything, but I would like to point out.
Go on.
No, I'm not bragging. I'm just gonna leave it right there, and you can brag for me,
What are we bragging him about?
Who are you talking to?
everyone.
Good job, Clara.
I also
Good job,
have a hole in
Ash.
my chest, so there's a
you.
trade-off.
Oh yeah, you want some healing?
I'm okay.
So as you bring down as you're bringing
Oh, I go grab my staff.
as you're bringing Hemorrhoid down, the color of the sarcophagus changes from purple to green.
Convenient.
Quick, open it! We only have 6 seconds!
Click.
Click. Okay. Inside, you find salt.
Pardon?
It's filled with salt.
I wonder if it matters what color it is if it's different inside.
Probably.
Garbage.
There is also, for you, it feels a little weird. It feels as though whatever's happening doesn't have its full strength, like it's not actually happening.
It's filled with slugs. They're all dead because.
But
of the
you feel as though there is some sort of charm, or the shadow of some sort of charm
That would affect
that
me.
would affect you in the real world, but it's not here.
And what would it
Do
do?
you say this?
Yes, of course.
I detect magic.
It's not strong enough for you to tell what it would have done.
Alive.
Is there anything else besides the salt?
Would you like some salt lick?
No?
Make me an investigation check.
Can you tell what the charm would have done?
Can I tell what the charm would have done? No.
really enjoy the answer.
Oh, investigation?
That's a giggle.
19.
You know?
Okay. So you find buried in the salt 10 opalescent bracelets. So it's sort of the shimmery mother of pearl stuff.
Right.
So 10 bracelets like that look like they are made from the shell of a flail snail.
Ah.
Yes.
There are dead snails.
There is also
Very large.
there is also
Dead
a
snail.
robe.
Robe?
There's a robe.
Scintillating colors.
I love that. That's one of my favorite things ever in
Since we're
D&D.
talking pearlescent,
Yeah.
makes sense.
And as you're picking up the robe, you do see slime start to pour from it
Ew.
and take the form of multiple flail-like pseudopods.
Oh.
You hear sort of this faint, echoey female voice that seems to echo through the chamber in your. Only you can hear it in your head.
Damn it.
You know, we all
help
have
you.
something that only we can hear.
At least I think that's what I'm supposed to do before it fades away, the slime fades away, and everything resets.
So my theory was right.
Ah.
The 9
Yep.
trickster gods
Yep.
are stuck in the items.
Yes.
I relay this to the group.
Make me a perception check, Elias.
So when we do this in the real world, we need to have someone standing by with counter charm, and somebody standing by with the spell
19.
magic
Okay.
to stop whatever magic
While
affects you.
while the voice was fading away, you almost felt as though you had regained a little bit of your strength.
Pardon?
Oh, lucky.
What do you mean by regain part of my strength? As in, like, physical strength or
Oh, hit points.
hit points?
You just felt a little bit stronger for the briefest of instants until the effect faded away.
So maybe this is the first thing.
As a
we do.
side note, can I wear a robe?
Can't anybody?
Or
It doesn't fit him. It's too.
Yeah.
It's all lopsided. And
I don't know. I
It
might
doesn't
get
fit
it.
over the
Now,
tail.
also
Yeah.
another question for the DM. As I am turning into a goat man, am I growing?
No, robes are
growing
okay over tails.
taller?
fine.
No,
Okay.
no. So you're not getting any taller.
Okay.
Are you getting shorter?
No.
Elias.
Uh huh.
Nix. Maybe.
I mean,
It's-
I asked him, "Is
I have an
okay?"
option
He
for
said
you.
it was fine.
Elias, come here.
I'm right here.
No, like over here. Do you mind if I touch your horns?
Pardon? What do you mean by that?
Horns plural, not singular, please.
No, what do you mean? What
I mean, there's horns on your head.
do you mean there's horns on my head?
You're slowly turning into
There's
a
horns
goat.
on your head.
And no one thought to tell me?
I was trying. They all told me not to.
Remember when I
Why?
remember when I asked if you're feeling okay?
Well, why didn't you say anything?
Said
Because
you're
you said
okay.
we're fine.
Because I feel fine. Apparently I'm not fine.
May I?
May you what?
May I touch your horns?
Can we pet you?
That's not what I was going for. I have
You know,
potentially something
if
that
you
might
want
fix
someone
it.
to
I
pet.
don't know. It depends on the...
Do I know what a cursed item is?
As an
Yes.
archaeologist.
Do I know?
This is not a bug. This is a feature.
This is not. Yeah, this is not a bug. This is a feature. You've come across things like this before. You've
Okay.
always been really careful before.
Uh huh.
Don't know what came over you this time.
Yeah.
One time you didn't wear your gloves.
You identified it.
I mean, this is the man who jumped into the latrine and
Yeah.
got mad monkey
Indeed.
disease. Like,
Indeed.
That's in the past.
Lingering effects. Lingering
What are
effects of bad
you
monkey
planning on
disease.
doing, truthfully?
I'm truthfully going to try to remove your goatness.
No, well, hold on. this could be a fresh start.
It could happen.
Hey, Carol Ann.
Don't you bring this back.
Yeah,
You into this?
he was already horny.
ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I think I'm fine for now.
Horny goat weeds. Alright.
But should I decide that I don't want this anymore, I will come to you.
Alright.
Should I not die before?
Also fair.
Die as a goat, die as a dwarf.
So we
Well-
roughly have an idea for how this
So,
works.
a thought, when we do this in the real world, oil in front of all the doors. Light it on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
Or
idea.
Or the
stop
stairs.
doors from opening.
So,
and jam
my
something
thought-
in.
Mm-hmm.
My thought is that this is the first time we actually got attacked in this side.
No, it's
No.
No.
Shambling
the
mounds.
shambling mounds.
Yeah.
Okay, second time. So in a
Basically
other
anything
one-
that's like a trap
That has
functions.
Oh, and weren't there skeletons?
What did I just see?
I don't know. What did you just see?
Huh.
I see a hallway.
Yeah, there's a hallway there.
Oh crap.
Shall we?
Alright.
That's
We
I will
walk.
lead out.
Oh, do you need healing?
I'll be fine.
yes, please heal.
It's
heal.
a terrible cough. You should have someone look at that.
Shut up.
Who needs healing right
I mean,
now?
amongst the other parts of him, I think his cough is the least of his worries.
Oopsie.
He's literally slowly dying and turning into a goat at the same time.
I will cast Cure Wounds on you two. Anybody else take damage?
Nope.
Nope, I can heal myself.
We're the only two that usually take damage.
That's true.
The front line.
No, I take damage. I just heal.
Yeah.
I took damage from a rock.
6. That's true. 9 points for you.
Thank you.
And Clara,
But the rock really got me.
9 points.
Sweet. One that got my son good.
Okay. And hands on the walls, I will move down and ask Gideon to burn away the spider webs in front of me.
I burn them away.
Or I could do Sacred Flame.
Actually, would there be spider webs since there isn't
Spiders?
life?
Well, there was goo from...
There
There
are
was-
still spider webs.
It's part of the aesthetic.
Yeah.
These were put there on purpose.
As you guys start to get close to the corner, you hear a rhythmic tick, boom, tick, tick, tick.
Did we find the reset
Is
clock?
this a crocodile with
I'm
a
gonna.
rock in it that it's swallowed?
I was thinking it was a pipe bomb, but you know.
What the?
I mean,
Is it
is there a
a PS?
difference?
This room contains a wooden cabinet with numbered dials at its top, with a numbered dial at its top, set with 2 ornate metal spokes. Beneath the dial, a pendulum swings inside an open compartment. An egg-shaped stone adorns the pendulum's tip.
Identify.
Thoughts?
No.
Grandfather clock?
Identify.
Okay. The jewel at the base of the pendulum
Is it ruby?
is the navel of the moon. It is a fabled jewel called the navel of the moon.
What color?
The fist-sized stone is worth 2,500 gold pieces.
2,500.
Which is useless to us if we're dead. So.
Yeah, if it does something, that makes it...
But as an
The
adventure.
rest of the clock, does have an aura of transmutation magic about it.
Mimic?
Where you touch it and you turn into a goat man.
What color is the jewel?
It's
Ruby red?
Is this the jewel we're looking for Oscar?
no.
I
Is
forgot we were doing
this
Yeah.
like
Is
this
not the
tells
George
me what
Lord
things
Forest.
Keep asking.
do as well, right?
I believe so with identify.
Yeah.
What is the clock's job in relationship to the jewel?
What are its magical properties?
What? Yes. Tell me all the things.
Lay bare your secrets, Dungeon Master.
I'm casting a spell here.
I don't.
Please bury your
Anyone
secrets.
within 30 feet of it, when it strikes the hour, might age.
Let's get out of here.
Back away.
I run.
What time is it showing now?
2 minutes till.
Run relatively quickly.
By the way,
Okay.
We exit.
Keith?
So
You don't want to be an aging goat man.
I would like to throw
But that
one of
would
my
mean we
rocks
would die
at the clock and
faster.
try and break it.
Also,
Where
'cause we
are
have
you
the death
trying
curse.
to-
From
So if
but
we
just around, like I'm
did-
Yeah,
gonna
that
peek
would
around the
kill
corner
us.
and like
Yeah.
throw it and then duck
That
back
would
I don't know
around.
whether it does years or
Probably
days.
pretty fast. So.
Okay, so what are you aiming for
Much
specifically?
danger clock.
The clock face.
The clock face? Okay. Make your ranged attack throw. Ranged attack roll.
Oh, too late.
16.
Okay. So you hit the face and it goes tink and it just bounces off.
It was worth a shot. I'll leave.
Okay.
That could kill us.
hit Hemorrhoid in to see how much he ages.
Does hemorrhoid age?
As a fae, probably not.
Yeah, he might look different for a minute, but you can pretty much just poof it back, I'd imagine.
All right. What's
What's
next?
another 100 years when you're immortal?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Real world now?
I think
Rest.
we rest.
Well, I mean, but after rest.
Yeah.
I think so. I think we're ready.
All right.
All right. So where are you guys going to rest?
The usual
The
spot.
usual
The
place.
usual spot. Okay.
The same place we do every time.
All right. I think that's actually on this map.
Is there a better place that we could rest?
Oh, probably.
No.
Just
I don't know if there's anywhere else big enough for the tower.
Yeah, there's nowhere else.
And the tower's the safest place to rest.
So
Yeah.
we will read it as read that you guys have your long rest.
Minus 21 hit points.
As we're settling down for a long rest,
and
I would
2.
like to cast a spell.
Okay.
I would like to cast Divination.
Oh, I thought you were going to... Okay.
Okay.
So, your your magic and an offering you put in contact with a god or god's servants.
Okay.
What? That's not really well written, sorry. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The DM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as casting of additional spells, or the loss or gain of a companion. If you cast the spell 2 or more times before finishing your next long rest, there's a cumulative 25% chance for each casting after the first that you get a random reading. The DM makes this roll in secret. So.
Okay. So you are casting divination.
So I lay out some of the bones that I have gathered from the Minotaurs.
I thought those piffed.
Did all of them piff? Oh, they would have.
Yeah, they would have.
Okay.
You would have the...
Well,
You're Clara. Surely you have a
Yeah.
bag of
I have
bones.
horrible bones still, so
Okay.
I will lay them out in a shape that is the symbol of my god.
Okay.
And I will say, I will ask simply, in the next 7 days, we are seeking the end to this maze. Is my husband within the maze?
Absolutely.
Okay. And with that, I will go bed down.
Okay.
Did you say this out loud?
Hmm?
Did you say Did you say all of this out loud?
Probably not. I mean, the spell itself has verbal components, so I'm assuming I would have to ask that out loud.
But we don't know what the reply
But you wouldn't
was.
know what the reply is.
And did you do this, like, in a room with everybody, or did you, like, try and find
Well, if
some
we're in the
privacy?
tower, I don't have a lot of privacy options.
Yeah, but you could do it, like, outside the tower.
In this case, I probably did it at my bedroll.
Okay.
Before you bed down for the night, I'm gonna come up next to you and tug on your clothes.
Yes, spoof.
So, I've had some time to think. And you know what I said about Pyre?
Indeed, yes.
I really, really want to believe that he's going to, that his motivations are still somehow based in loyalty to us. But now that I feel like I'm seeing things a little more clearly, I don't know that I can trust that. If even for no other reason that now that he's becoming a lich, he's going to be slowly losing his mind. Or quickly losing his mind, I suppose, depending on if he's on the expedited course.
I see. It is good to know. It simply informs our decisions moving forward. If we believe he is working with us, then it is it is important to know. If we believe he's working with us, then we can perhaps improvise should we encounter him. If not, then perhaps we need to treat him as an enemy.
If we have to treat him as an enemy,
Or at least as a... Treat him like a politician. They are important, yes.
I ate my last mayor, so.
Excuse me, what?
Never mind. We're goblins.
Inside check that.
Serious or not? Can't tell.
My morals were a little fast and loose back when I was back when I was, one of the goblin horde.
Back in my younger days.
Well,
To eat.
I'll take
For
first
dinner.
watch.
All right. So who else is on first watch? All right. Make your
I know your perception's better than me.
make your roll.
Take advantage.
26.
26. Much the same as the previous rest. Not a lot to be seen. Not a lot to be heard. The oppressive atmosphere, perhaps buoyed by the notice that you got from your spiritual contact.
So while we're taking watch,
Were you able to do your spell thing?
I was, yes.
Are you okay?
I'm not sure. Truth be told, it was an answer that I had hoped for and feared at the same time.
Do you want to talk about?
Sure.
Nix is kind of
It
not
worked.
qualified. I'm not qualified.
My husband is trapped somewhere within the maze.
Oh.
Which, on the one hand, means he's close. On the other hand, it means he's here.
Well, we can try to find him while we're looking for everything else.
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Mivienek.
His name died.
So Gideon.
That's probably where I picked that up.
I'm not confident that we will find him, but I'll do my best.
I'll help. I'll bet you if you told everybody else, they'd probably keep an eye out too.
Indeed.
You know we do like you.
Sometimes, yes.
I mean, as long as you don't feed things.
Don't feed the wild hype.
Indeed.
So, you're gonna tell everybody.
Perhaps on our way back to the live server.
The live server.
Well, I will definitely help look out for Neva whatever. And,
I really hope you have to play him.
I think everybody else would too.
Indeed, however, I cannot sacrifice the mission for his sake.
Well, no, but I mean, we're all looking for things anyway. Adding one person to the list isn't like that big a deal. And if we run into any living people, I think that we probably ought to notice.
In which case, telling them is moot point.
Tell them anyway.
Perhaps.
We just want to come up on him and just
Authenticity.
slit his throat thinking he's...
Second watch.
Second watch, obviously, second watch.
Okay.
Nope.
Make your rolls.
What's your bonus?
Perception, +5.
Take it with advantage.
Okay. 23.
23. Okay. Again, much like with Clara, it's the familiar off silence that's too silent and not enough of the sounds that you would expect. Especially you, knowing tombs and what can burrow into them. It's way too quiet. But beyond that creepy feeling, not just a whole lot.
Yep.
Your horns do itch a little bit.
I have to get used to it.
Yeah. Third watch. Okay. Make your rolls.
Oh, I forgot. You should take advantage, but I already did roll, so yeah.
What did you roll?
It was a 1. So
that
that's a
negative?
-1.
Yeah. Okay.
0.
So, 24.
24.
Nice.
Okay.
Sploof is regaling stories of eating a mare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is regaling stories of eating the mayor.
You gotta bury it like a pig,
When,
and we just
when-
bury
when
it.
he got, the one time he was, a mayoral candidate's chief of staff running the campaign, he decided the best way to win would be to eat his opponent, and so You
if
know-
you don't have competition, an easy win.
That escalated so quickly.
That
I mean, you
went
ate
from
him on
like
mayor,
a cultural,
so-
maybe like a cultural tradition or something, to like, nope, you ate the opposition.
Fair enough.
I'll teach them.
About halfway through your
Oh.
watch, a couple things happen at once. One, Sploof, in the middle of telling his story,
No.
freezes.
Nice movie in the barbecue saw.
Here it is.
Here we go.
And there is a glow that envelops the room of the tower that the two of you are in keeping watch.
What kind of glow?
It's a very familiar glow, and it comes from a couple of different sources. One of them is your crystal on the chain around your neck. The other one is the star map that Oscar's holding across the room.
Oh, he stole it!
He stole it.
He stole it!
You gonna tell me about this?
Not particularly.
It was something I found, and I'm not sure what it goes to.
You're not that dumb.
I just know it has something to do with the
nice, pretty
crystals.
And he reaches out. He just reaches out a hand.
Don't do it. Don't do it. No.
Do something,
Time
Meyer.
has come.
The time has come.
Don't betray the party.
He's not betraying the party.
We don't know that.
Well, that's true.
Flashbacks to Carter?
You put on that already.
How about you give me yours?
Or we can do it.
That's not how this works, and you know it. He does reach to his neck and he pulls out the twin, and the brightness in the room goes a little bit brighter. He takes the chain. He takes the chain off his neck, places his on the map, and it kink, locks into place almost magnetically. Now yours.
You do know.
Make a wisdom save.
Please, Meyer.
Command.
Please.
I do have 2 inspirations. That's a 13. Yeah. Nat 20.
You better do something real quick. Mage hand
His
it out of
eyes-
his hand. Mage
his
hand it
eyes
out of
go
his hand.
His eyes disappear, and you see the pits behind them and the flames, and there is an infernal amount of heat emanating from those eyes. And he opens his mouth, and there's flames behind his
And then
mouth.
put yours in.
And the
That way
heat
you're holding
is
it.
now overwhelming you.
You know
Give
what this
me-
is.
Of course I do, and so do you. Now give me that crystal.
So I had a thought. There is no. There is a stone carving of a guy with a mask of stars, just like this. Do you know what's behind that?
No, and I don't care.
What if it's your ruby? If you let me investigate that area, it could very well be what the jewel you're looking for.
Okay, so who is...
You just won most annoying nephew of the year.
Yes, you did. And I
Combat?
need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
He is casting lightning
Yeah.
bolt at you.
Where's my dex 5?
So am I aware of any of this, or
No.
is time stopped?
Time has
altogether for me?
stopped for you. As far as you're aware, nothing is happening.
Great.
It's kind of going about this.
That's a 10.
Easy way.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, easy way to do that. Easy way to get my situated.
do you have lightning bolts?
I can look up suppressed.
Yes,
what
please.
level?
How high does he want to
Whatever
go?
the top level is.
A ninth
Ninth
level
level?
lightning bolt. It's a lot of d8s.
Oh shit.
So lightning bolt's at 3rd level. That is.
So
Oh.
A lot of d8s.
At regular is 8d6.
and then how many is that added? Is it
That's at 3rd level.
Yeah,
right,
but how
how
many
many
does
more?
it add for each level after that?
Each level is 1d6.
Yeah. shoot,
so
1d6,
plus
So plus
Plus
6.
6?
Oh.
So that's
So
14d6.
14d6. You might want to get a calculator out
Actually,
for this
do you want
one.
me just? I can quick roll it for you. Or do you
Yeah,
wanna roll it?
just quick roll it.
14d6.
We're about to lose him.
Oh yeah.
41
He's
points
so
of
dead.
damage.
41.
Should have polymorphed him into a chicken.
I didn't have time.
I don't know if you
Yes, you
can. He's
Yeah,
a
I don't know if
ghost.
I can.
He's
Oh,
a
that's
spirit
fair,
ghost,
yeah.
whatever.
Never mind.
Was that 41?
41.
And
Meyer, you
Wait.
better do something.
Was that?
And that's more than half.
Yeah.
So you gotta make a con
So 41. That'd be 1, 7,
You have 7 hit points left?
17.
Oh, you have 17 hit
save.
points
Make a
left.
con save.
Okay.
So make your con save.
I want to help.
He's unconscious.
That's a 6.
And you fall unconscious.
Bye, everybody.
I've got to go.
And
So he's
gonna
going to
take
reach
it.
down and he's going to grab the stone from around your
In
neck.
cinematic mode, we see this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's going to place it over the map.
Dunk.
And the map just starts to glow. And surrounding the two of you is this bubble that's it's not really a way to travel to any place, because that's not the way planar travel works. But as if you had been awake, you would have seen simultaneously, you would have found yourself in the material plane where you were, in the Nine Hells and Elysium, and some other far off plane. You're not even you wouldn't even be real sure what it is. You brought this on yourself. No. And he reaches down and places a hand on your chest. And if you had been awake, you would have felt the shift as he teleports you away, and the bubble closes. And time starts back up, and Sploof, Meyer, is gone.
Like not even
Wait.
laying dead.
Not
Yep,
even laying
nope,
dead.
gone.
He's just.
Where did he teleport you to?
9 bits of hell.
How did it
Or
not-
Elysium, or
how-
somewhere
okay,
else.
But how did we
Avernus?
teleport back?
Hey, if we ever did a Avernus
I don't think he's
campaign.
that bad. I don't think he's nice to.
How did the teleport not activate the trap?
Oh.
Very, very powerful
Because
magic.
it's a because of the
It
map.
overrides
Because
very,
of the map.
very,
The
very
magic of the
powerful
trap.
magic.
Gotcha.
The average for that
So-
lightning bolt is 56.
You guys are sleeping, and all of a sudden, this goblin comes haul-assing down the stairs. Guys! Guys!
What?
What?
Meyer's gone.
What?
Where?
I don't know. He was there, and then he wasn't. He had asked about the mayor thing. I was explaining, and then
The mayor thing.
Don't ask.
Okay.
he
Like, didn't cast magic to teleport?
no.
Although I really like
Question mark?
Not that I saw. He could have just asked me to stop, and I'd have stopped telling my story. So I assume not. It was eerie. It was eerie.
Alright. I'm going
I
to
wanna-
write out some bones.
I'm gonna go and investigate where they were.
I'm gonna look around
Be to
the
put
tower.
2 and 2 together that Oscar had stopped time before.
I don't think it'd take anything because Oscar stopped time in the middle of our fight.
Yeah.
We know he has time.
Just roll me
abilities.
an intelligence check.
I'm gonna burn another inspiration. That's 20. That's much better.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to put those two things together. As for the two of you investigating around the tower and the top room, you don't find anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. Obviously no sign of life.
Something just
Right.
occurred to me.
What?
You know how his evil uncle kind of stopped everything?
Oh no.
Oh.
And the evil uncle's the only one, to my knowledge, that would have known that we were here.
No.
But
He wasn't strong enough.
is this my fault? Because I identified the map.
Oh, no.
Maybe.
You know you have horns.
You're a bit late to the party on that one.
This is all my fault. No, Katara, it's not your fault. No, actually, it kind of is. I would like to pull out my dragon bones coated in gold and toss them onto the ground, casting augury.
Okay.
We plan to go after Meyer. It's just a specific course of action.
Okay.
So results for that are wheel, woe, or wheel and woe, or nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad.
Okay, so remind me which one is which.
Wheel is good, woe is bad.
Mm-hmm. Wheel and woe is both good and bad. Nothing is
Definitely
not either.
Okay. You get both.
Bullocks.
I'd like to point out, I assume the map is gone.
Well, Meyer had the map.
Everything he had is gone.
Yeah, so how are we gonna go after him?
Did they use? We don't know that they used them.
No, but how? We don't know where he is.
Did you leave everything behind, or would you have had your pack down in the?
I would have kept it with the storm out. I would have
Damn
kept
it.
that with me.
I mean, like your backpack.
All your equipment.
He's talking
Yeah.
about your stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like
Your
your stuff.
earthly
He
possessions.
was on watch, so he probably had at least most of his stuff with him.
I mean, my bedroll, candles, and ashes.
Did
and
you
wires
have your
scan.
backpack with you?
Now, did you have your backpacks?
Did you have your backpacks with you? Because if you did not, Bright's gonna take them.
Did you?
Other people
Did
would
you
be
have? Would you not have
Forward
brought
stuff.
thought to brought
Yeah,
anything?
bagpipes.
Did you happen to
Well,
leave
I
the
mean, it would
restoration?
make
Yeah, good.
Okay, obviously
It
she
wasn't
doesn't
on
even
me.
know how to play the bagpipes. This is gonna be a really bad.
But yes,
So,
they have my
yeah, just throwing out there, how are we gonna go after Meyer?
We're not.
Yeah.
I
Like,
feel-
are we? If,
So
if
we're
his
saying
uncle was
Myers.
involved,
We're saying Meyer's best chance then would be to end the death curse, yes?
Yes.
I'm saying
Yes.
I don't know what would help Meyer because we don't know where he is.
And I'm thinking that we don't have enough time to figure that out.
Why did his uncle want
unless
the
we end
ruby?
The death curse.
To
His
restore
uncle
him
wanted
to
the
life.
at least his uncle
Or body.
told you he wanted the ruby
Right.
to restore himself to life.
Yeah.
But if you found that, he's probably using that instead. Not necessarily to lessen his life.
So I
He's
mean,
probably
maybe
go
we
off-
try and
He's probably have to go make another deal.
we try and find the ruby and
Destroy it.
Use it as leverage.
use it as leverage.
And then destroy.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to track his uncle, and we're
I
stuck
think
in
if
a
we
tomb.
find the ruby, it might
Find
just
the ruby, you see.
Find us.
yeah.
Say the cheerleader of the world.
Say the cheerleader.
Likely, seems like.
But either way, I think that our best chance of helping him is also going to be finding the ruby. Yes, we have to end the death curse.
This is depressing.
Is it?
Your lack of empathy startles me.
Is it the little
I had empathy when I entered this forest. I don't anymore.
Did you?
Forest?
I didn't know exactly what it
I don't
means.
want to call it jungle. It degrades me.
Wow.
All right, guys.
This
We'll
wooded area.
We will call it a night there. I think that's a good stopping point for everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on our misadventures in the Tomb of Annihilation. Unfortunately, Nate is going to be
At work.
he's going to be at work overseas, so we are unfortunately not going to have his loveliness. with
That's
us
why he's gone.
to the campaign, which is why we have written him out of the campaign.
Done.
So,
You're probably
that
dead.
being said,
Better.
we should be back. We should be back next
Sorry,
week.
I just really enjoy Chipper. She's being awesome in chat. She's been hilarious this whole time.
We should be back next week, same regular time, same place. So do join us, won't you? We are getting down to the end of this particular campaign, but not, I fear or feel, our adventures in streaming our D&D sessions. So from all of us here, thank you so very much. Thank you for joining us, and do remember that if you have a hammer, if all you have is a hammer, then everything is a glass house. Good night, everybody.
Foolish.